What's up, everybody, and welcome back to the BallGame podcast. I am the innocent bystander, Matt Sullivan.
I am Trunks.
I am Ortiz.
That's Dean's mom.
That's
Dean's mom.
I'm Chris.
I'm Dean.
All right, busy week in the NBA so far. A bunch of play-in games just happened. Obviously, 2 more tonight. And by the way, the play-in has been incredibly fun. Just want to say that first and foremost. Think it's an amazing idea. I've been trying to say that for a little while now. But more basketball tonight and more basketball coming up in the
BallGame
future.
Podcast is live.
No way. Is the BallGame podcast live?
It's live. I got the alert.
People should probably tune into that.
Pete said, I'm Peter. This is Sugar.
Yo! Tell Sugar I said what up, man.
But yeah, we got a bunch more basketball coming up. Obviously, today
Hold on.
Yeah,
Sorry to stop you.
No, you're good.
Pete, if you're here and listening, do you want to do that thing that we were speaking about? I'll leave it at that. Let me know in the chat if you want to do that thing. Continue.
Obviously, a bunch more basketball coming up. Today, we're going to be giving you guys our first round predictions, full first round predictions, nothing past that. That'll be a future episode, obviously. We're going to predict the 2 play-in games for tonight. Dean has a bunch of stuff going on in the background over there. But yeah, so it's going to be a very interesting episode, a bunch of stuff for us to talk about. And yeah, super excited for the games tonight. But before we get into anything, definitely have an exciting announcement to make right now. Just want to give a big shout out to our new partner, Sorare. If you like daily fantasy and collecting sports cards, this is the game for you. Click the link in the description and our bio to sign up to build a lineup and compete against us as well as thousands of others for a chance at great prizes such as tickets to games. Big thanks again to Sorare for partnering up with us. And by the way, guys, go ahead.
My lineup that I have for the games next week, you pick common cards to start. That's the lowest rarity. You pick a team, they give you like a few starter cards, and there's tournaments with just the common cards. So I'm in a tournament right now that's next week. It's called the Pickup Tournament. My team is Trae Young, Al Horford, Luke Kennard, Bam Adebayo, and Marcus Morris. You get 120 points to like start up your lineup, and each player is obviously worth a certain amount of points. They decide that by the average scoring of like their last 10 games.
Your
and
MVP does not count.
Right, you pick one MVP. That's pretty much your captain, and their points don't go towards your allocated points. And that's pretty much it. Yeah, I said my lineup. Yeah.
So I have James Harden, Mikal Bridges, Dylan Brooks, Kevon Looney, and Harrison Barnes for my 5 for next week.
Solid 5.
It is.
So my MVP is Giannis. I have Jalen Brunson. I have RJ Barrett, Clint Capella, and Jalen Johnson going for me this week. So, Trunks, do you have your?
I don't have my lineup for next week.
Oh, yeah.
Nothing yet.
Dickhead.
I have to set my lineup.
Yeah.
And they have MLB and they have football. So baseball season just got started, so you could start doing this for some baseball.
Most definitely be.
I don't really know soccer, but
yes.
it's a good time to get involved. The beginning of the baseball season, the NBA playoffs.
Get your knowledge up.
Real quick, for those that do care about baseball a little bit, one quick thing. History. That's first and foremost. The Tampa Bay Rays are 14-0 to start the season. That's the second greatest start, I think it is, in MLB history. I think second greatest start in MLB history to a season. 14-0, and their run differential is like a plus 74.
Yeah, no, they're doing something that I haven't seen before in my life. This is insane. Obviously, we haven't seen it.
It's crazy because they also don't have a crazy high payroll. They're just a team that knows how to develop talent, and it's unbelievable. It's crazy. We'll never see something like this again, in my opinion, to be honest.
Since we were like an NBA show, a team like the Rays, I would compare them to it's like the Bucks. You know, a lot of homegrown talent dominating, you know, how well your team's doing. Their success is based off of their guys that they've developed, you know? So it's been good to see. I like the Rays.
I do agree with that. But anyways,
they're going to take the AL East.
Oh my God, yeah, probably, bro.
It's so unfortunate.
Yankees just got spanked, but we looked good prior to that. But we got spanked. How's the Mets doing, by the way?
Like, doing okay.
I actually haven't paid attention to the Mets.
The problem right now is
Really
we have
good.
guys
That
in
football's insane.
AAA. We have guys in AAA who are playing well and not getting called up, and there's guys that are in the lineup that just aren't performing, and it's crazy right now that guys like Beatty, Vientos, and Alvarez are still in the minor leagues.
Yeah, I agree. Yankees have Dominguez down too, so
Alvarez got called up.
Francisco's been playing for you guys.
Yeah.
I saw that.
He hasn't played yet. That's the problem. Yeah, he got called up, but he hasn't been playing.
He did play, didn't he?
Oh yeah,
He's been getting regular at bats.
Yeah, he's batting like 1 for
He hasn't.
10.
He hasn't been getting regular at bats.
But I mean, look, at least he's in the MLB now. That's positive for you guys. I'm gonna be honest. I didn't even know James McCann was off your team. Didn't know that until I saw him playing for what was it, Detroit? I don't even fucking
Probably.
remember.
I
don't
forgot where he went.
You guys see Javi Baez got benched?
Oh my god, bro, that's atrocious. And they're still on the hook for him for a while now too. It's a rough situation for them. But yeah,
Well, he just looks unmotivated in Detroit. Yeah.
Well, yeah, he wants to win, and then he went to Detroit.
Yeah, but
Doesn't make
anyways, not what you guys are here for, but just wanted to touch on a bit of history being made in the MLB. Of course, back to Sorare. We do plan on winning a bunch in Sorare, or at least I think we do.
No.
We plan on it.
But we also planned on winning a lot in another segment that we like to call.
This is BallGame bets.
And it doesn't seem to be working out too much. So, all right, who wants to get us started?
Trunks, you get us started.
Oh,
I'll get us started. So today
Sick.
I have the Heat alternate spread -2.5, the Timberwolves alternate spread -2.5, Karl Anthony Towns to score 20+, and Jimmy Butler to go over 21.5 points.
I have DeMar DeRozan to score 20+ points. I have Bam Adebayo to score 15+ points. I have the Chicago Bulls alternate spread +9.5, and I have over 205.5 alternate total points. I can't English.
So I have Vucevic for 10+ points, Zach LaVine 2+ made threes, the +5.5 spread for the Oklahoma City Thunder, and Kyle Anderson to record 6 rebounds.
You went, Chris?
Did you go?
No.
Go
This
ahead.
usually closes.
All right. I have the Miami Heat money line. I have Oklahoma City's money line. I have Josh Giddey to score 10 and Bam Adebayo to score 10.
Kobe White 10+ points, Bam 10+ points, DeRozan 15+, Bulls +6.5.
Impressive.
This is how you know we're starting to get a bit sweaty with it.
We are.
Bro,
Yeah.
if this shit doesn't hit, I'm gonna be so sad.
Me too.
Yeah, me too.
Bro, mine has to hit.
Bro,
The other night I
haven't
needed.
taken a single spread once this entire year. I was like, no, the spread looks too
the
good.
spread is +9.5 for the Bulls. You can't lose by more than that to Miami, bro.
That's what I
They
feel about
could.
the Thunder.
Is
plus
DeMar
5.5.
DeRozan's daughter going to the game or not?
I don't know.
I
I
think she's
saw
going to school.
No,
I
it's
saw
just
United
school, man.
Airlines. They tweeted that she can fly for free. That the flight was on them. So I don't know.
I
She
think
goes on
DeMar
the
could
close
pay
though.
for a flight.
There's no
No,
confirmation.
I think DeMar could pay for a flight.
He
Yeah, I
could,
don't think
but,
that's
like,
the issue there.
I know it's not.
That's cool.
I don't think that's
She
the
does have
issue there.
school.
School is first priority, man.
Bro, she was
Thanks.
literally the MVP of that game.
Yeah,
Ooh.
bro.
Insane.
Okay,
Insane.
Since we're hopping into that stuff now, they shot 50% from the free throw line and they shot 36 free throws.
Crazy.
Yeah. The Bulls had no business winning that game. I think it's fair for me to say that.
Well, the Raptors didn't either.
Neither team, but the Raptors out rebounded them. Not only that, they had far more free throws. Didn't make them, but they had far
the
more
problem.
free throws.
If you don't win, you don't deserve to win.
But yeah, I mean, it was a game that it seemed like, as I said, the Bulls had no business winning, and then one man decided to fucking go nuclear in the second half
Zach LaVine, man.
and
whatever.
put the
Crazy.
team on his damn back.
Like Greg Jennings.
like Greg Jennings.
So, Chris, go ahead and talk about your team and what your
I
what
mean,
your
you
thoughts
said
were.
it perfectly. Zach LaVine turned into prime Michael Jordan. That's what Skip Bayless
Yeah.
said. He looked like the last dance Michael Jordan. But I mean, like you said, we had no business winning that game. I thought it was over. I had watched the first half before our men's league game, and honestly, I didn't put it on in the car ride to the game because I thought it was over. And then I got there to the game, and you had it on your phone, and you said we were only down by 3.
Yeah, you were down like 20, right? 19 or 20.
Yeah, we were down a lot. Fred VanVleet had a really good first
Bro,
half.
he went
Once he hit that
crazy.
half court shot, that's
Yeah.
when I was like, all right,
It's
this shit's over.
It's not
There's
meant
no
to
way
be.
we win. And that's fine. But Zach LaVine had other plans.
All right.
Vucevic, I think, is so good, man.
Yes.
Mhm.
He's had a really good stretch the past few weeks.
He's not that great defensively, but in terms of the centers who play drop coverage, in terms of positionality,
was about to
he's
say that.
really good positionally. Like
He's
he's just
incredibly
slow. Like
good.
he has his shortcomings on defense. Don't get me wrong. He's not much of a shot blocker at all.
No.
But like positionally, he's really fucking good defensively. And Patrick Williams is fucking incredible.
I was about to say that.
Mhm.
I was
Patrick Williams has been incredible. And
about to say
you know,
that.
people really aren't watching the Bulls like that. I watch the Bulls because I'm a Bulls fan. Like, they really turned the season around, and it doesn't show much in their record because they didn't move that far up the standings. But once we got Patrick Beverley, like, we were really a good ass team. Like, we're playing good ass basketball. Caruso showed why he should be first team all
I was
defense.
about to say,
he
as,
He's insane.
as much as
Crazy.
Zach LaVine carried you guys, Alex Caruso won you guys
He
the
was,
game.
yeah, he was like, he was the
Him
X
on
factor.
defense
Yeah.
was fucking insane. I've
He
never
had-
seen someone take over a game like he did on
No,
defense.
bro.
Yeah, that was literally a generational defensive performance. Like, he's really
He had
like,
3
you know.
steals and 3 blocks.
Wow.
Yeah.
But the thing was, he forced so many more than that.
No, I know. Yeah.
Like forced so many more turnovers than just that.
yeah, like
he's
everyone
really
on
the
the team. Like,
he's a complete package defensively, Alex.
And he was hitting
Caruso, like-
shots.
Yeah.
He was
Yeah.
hitting shots. I mean,
no, I mean, yeah,
he
he
hit
had
his
one
corner
but-
three, but
had some layups
he
and
had
stuff,
like
yeah.
7 points
Pat
Yeah.
Bev,
in the fourth quarter.
Pat Bev hit one shot, and it was arguably the biggest
The
shot of the
biggest shot of
fucking
the game.
game.
Biggest shot of the game. Pat Bev does that, man. Whenever it
Yeah.
comes down to like needing a big time shot, you could trust Pat Bev to hit that shot. That's the thing.
Yeah, I mean, I looked at the season a lot like a failure for most of the season, but I mean, it is cool that there was improvements. The team flipped a switch, and to win a playing game, like it's cool. I did want us to tank and miss the play and all altogether to have a chance at our pick, but seeing this happen, like it's cool as a fan.
Do you like Billy Donovan?
He has these moments where it's like, wow, this guy's a really good coach, and then he has these moments where it's like, what is this guy doing?
I had to
I think
ask.
for now he's fine. I wouldn't. I'd give him another year probably.
I agree.
I don't think he's done anything that warrants him to get fired. I don't think
Nah.
he's done anything to warrant his job is completely safe.
This
And-
season it was mostly health that was your problem.
I have
honestly,
to
you
ask,
know?
do you think, and this is obviously too soon to even ask this, do you see a jump from Patrick Williams next year? He looks like he's getting so comfortable.
I mean, I saw a jump from Patrick Williams
This
this
year,
year, so
yeah.
yeah, I would expect him to. It was a subtle jump. He didn't,
Yes.
he wasn't this insane Kawhi Leonard, but
No.
that people think they want him to be. But
Paul.
he was a really good role player, bro. He played really good defense, and he took some strides with his on-ball stuff. So it was definitely a W of a season from him.
I agree. I definitely agree
Yeah.
with that.
A lot of guys on the Bulls had good seasons.
Yes. Vucevic had a very underrated season.
Yeah.
Zach LaVine
The
arguably
only
had
one
greatest
really
season.
is Io, but it was tough
Yeah.
when Pat Bev got there for Io because not only is he not playing as well, but also just to some extent he was going to lose minutes regardless of how well he played adding a guy like Pat Bev.
Yep.
Even Kobe White had a bounce back.
Kobe
season
White's been
kinda.
great.
Yeah, he's been
Kobe
great.
White has been
Kobe
very good
White's been
recently.
fucking incredible.
Very good.
I
recently.
wanted to trade Kobe White at the beginning of the
Exactly.
season. I want his ass to stay. He's a part of the young core. Like,
Yeah,
He's the perfect sixth man. I feel like we've said this a million times. I feel like he's the prototype of a sixth man.
he really came into his own this year in terms of being able to still have some impact on a game, even when his shot's not falling.
Yes.
Which that's what you need from your role players. The shots aren't, limited shots as a role player guy. You're not always gonna make your shots, but
Yep.
you got to be able to stay on the court when you're not getting shots. And he showed that. And he shot the ball pretty well too, though.
I don't think the Lonzo thing's ever going to happen again.
It's so
think
sad
that,
because we'd
unfortunately,
be such a good team,
such a good
Alonzo,
team,
bro.
bro. Such
If
a
we
good team.
Alonzo, bro,
they said he was out like next season too.
Yeah,
right?
probably.
Yep.
His
He's
basketball
done.
career is over. I hate to.
I don't want to say it's
so
over. I don't
crazy.
want to count a guy out, but
Yeah,
I'm not.
I don't mean that
I'm not.
disrespectful.
No, I know. I'm just.
no
I'm
one's
not
ever come back
looking at
from
him-
The injury
yeah.
that he has.
I'm not
Yeah.
looking at him as a part of the core.
The
He's
core,
kind of
yeah.
done.
It's
It's a
tough.
shame, man.
He had the
'cause he
best
was-
season of his career.
Yeah.
And then everything fell apart.
I mean, I said all fucking year I thought this year's Bulls team was better than last year's Bulls team in the time without Lonzo.
Yeah.
I even think this year's Bulls team is better than team with Lonzo. That was the first seed. I think this team is so much better than their win-loss record. I really, really, really do.
If you plugged in Lonzo, though, you probably never get Pat Bev. I don't think. I mean, he did want to be in Chicago, but like,
I mean, but
obviously,
that's.
Lonzo
I mean,
overpowered
I'll take that. Yeah, that's fine.
agreed. But imagine the fucking defensive monster of Lonzo, Pat Bev, and Alex Caruso in the backcourt.
Imagine that as
Right. Well, we
Jesus.
saw how well Lonzo played with Levine and DeRozan.
Yes.
What was it, 2 seasons ago? We saw how well it worked. So I think, if he
It's
ever
I
has
was
a chance
watching
to
his
come back,
highlights the other day from that first season with the Bulls. He was special, man. I'm gonna tell my kids about him.
I'm gonna
Bro,
tell my kids this is Michael
he was
Jordan.
hitting his stride with that jump shot. For as long as he
Uh-huh.
struggled with it, he
And
was
his defense
finally.
was so fucking insane.
That was the
bro.
one thing that when he came into the league, you could hang his hat
It
on.
was very
Bro.
transparent.
Hang his
His
hat on.
defense was really, really, really good.
It just sucks, man.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. I
more
hope
than
we win
anything else,
tonight. I'll
yes.
never root against my there are some people who say, "Oh, I want to lose the playing stupid, blah 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 blah." I'd never root against my team. I want to see us win for sure. So
I definitely want to say, I hope Lonzo if he doesn't play basketball again, I hope he's happy. I hope he's healthy.
We're going to
more
the
importantly
bra
than anything
to watch
else,
the games.
so. What happened?
Matt, you're working, right?
I am working, Hobra.
All right, we're pulling up.
Bet.
Everyone's welcome to if you guys want to watch the game. So, but yeah,
Playing party at Hobra.
yeah, I'm curious to see what the Bulls do this offseason though, because there's
it's gonna
definitely moves to be made.
One, yes,
Trade
yeah.
for Rudy
Mhm.
Gobert.
I don't think. Whereas
I don't think it's.
for, I don't think we have to completely blow it up.
I don't either. I don't
They
think they're as
really
far as
turned
you
this.
think.
They really turned the season around. So
That offense needs to be figured out, though.
Yeah.
There needs to be some sort of a fucking flow to their offense. Like, it's hard to watch sometimes.
well, that's the thing with Billy. His offense, Billy, like I'm his friend, Billy Donovan. His offense is mid at best, but
Yeah.
his defensive principles have always been really, really good. Like in terms of playing a drop style defense with Vucevic, his principles have always been pretty good. And now we have the personnel.
to do it.
It's
Yeah.
tough though because
Execute.
DeRozan's just getting older. He's 33 already.
But
Like, at
I
what
feel
point
I
like
think he's
you-
aging okay.
I was about to
I
say,
I think
but he always
there was
falls
always
off in
this
2K.
negative like perception around DeRozan when he first got there that he was going to stunt Zach LaVine's growth. But I think DeRozan realizes that for them to reach their fullest
Yes.
potential, Zach LaVine has to be the best player. I think we all knew that.
Yeah.
I think that happened somewhere around midseason.
Yeah,
too.
and honestly, like I feel like everyone pretty much was. I'm not gonna claim that take because I feel like everyone had the same take when we got DeRozan. That DeRozan's great, and no one expected DeRozan to have the season he had last season. Let's be real.
Yeah.
I like DeRozan, but that was his best season of his career. No one expected him to have the best season of his career, but
yeah.
he kind of came back down to earth a little bit. And I don't think it was ever a selfish thing. I need to be the best player. He was just balling last year, and Zach LaVine was hurt. But now Zach LaVine's healthy, so.
Also needs to be the Raptors. If they were to win that game, they would have had to go through DeMar and then Kyle Lowry. Man,
Yeah.
how poetic!
I mean,
But
on paper, that Raptors team should have won.
they have no fucking
Eh.
shooting.
So do we want to talk about what do they do next?
What do the
The
Raptors,
Raptors,
do
yeah.
next? I think you
Uh,
fucking sell.
I think
Probably.
they
I
should have
saw-
I
sold
feel like
from
that's
the
just
very
not the
start.
Raptors' way, though. They don't.
I don't even
operate
know.
Like that.
Is it too late to sell? Because you traded for Jakob. Is Jakob going to come back?
Probably not.
I
Fred
honestly,
Van
I think he
Vliet?
should be a Maverick. If I'm being honest, I think the Mavs should sign him.
Fred Van Vliet's a free agent. You really lost your chance to trade OG Anunoby. I don't think
Nah, I
anyone.
think the
Bro,
package
if
should still be there.
3
Four
first-round
firsts?
picks, yeah. I
It's not
thought
gonna
it
be
was
there.
4.
it's not gonna be there.
It's not going. 4 first-round picks isn't going to be on the table.
Maybe
Three
I
will.
two.
I think 3 will. I think
I
you definitely
guess.
could get 3. I think OKC.
I think definitely getting 3
Better
is
give it a call.
crazy.
I think trade for OG, the Kings will definitely.
Kings would do it in a
Yeah.
heartbeat if possible. Kings would do it in a heartbeat. I think.
But I don't.
I think if
picks
the
is-
Kings get OG, I think that makes them legit.
It's tough though because they're in such a good spot. Like they're literally just one player away. I think like that Kawhi
the
level
Raptors?
player. Like
Bro,
they have a
I-
better team than they did before Kawhi.
I said it in the chat. No, they don't. That's cap.
I think they do.
That's cap.
Like remove DeRozan because like say you're just adding that superstar player. I think
I
this
don't
supporting
think this
cast
is
is
a
better.
better. I don't think so.
don't know.
They have zero depth. Zero depth. That
I
team
don't
was
know.
all about having depth.
Yeah.
That team was all about having depth. You had a
I think
bunch
this would
of
be
wings.
a better team come playoff time.
How?
And it's
They have
also
no
tough
shooting.
for the Raptors because they're already paying a lot of guys, and now you can't the mid-level exception rule with the new
Yes.
CBA. So I don't know how their situation looks with that, but if they want to keep Fred, they're gonna have to pay to re-sign Fred,
We got to trade Pascal. He's your biggest
I
asset.
guess, because at some point you're gonna have to pay Scotty Barnes.
Yep.
So it gets tough for them. They definitely have some. This core, as is, can't fucking win. So you're gonna have
I think
to.
Pascal's a guy you can keep though. I think everybody else is up for grabs.
Pascal's 28.
Pascal just keeps getting better though.
Yeah, I don't see a problem with keeping him.
Pascal was so fucking good this season.
Yeah.
I just think it's a clunky fit between him and Scotty.
He's just a clunky player.
Yeah, I guess.
Well, I mean, they came out and even said after the loss, like Fred VanVleet said, that he would like to see Scotty Barnes take more of an on-ball role because that's when he felt like he was at his best when he was sharing the ball.
he'll
with
be
Kyle
more of a
Lowry.
point forward next season. Did you
So-
see that they're pissed with Nick Nurse?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Nick
Might be
Nurse is
done.
gonna. Yeah, he's gone.
He's
He
probably
hinted at it
gone.
a few
yeah.
weeks ago. Yeah, it's gonna be a mutual thing,
I agree.
but like he checked it. He checked out. I feel like.
Yeah.
don't know.
Yeah.
I
and
mean-
we were talking about him being one of the best coaches in the NBA, and this season he just
He seems like the type of dude that's gonna want more of a front office role. I think that's why
in a Brad
he's
Stevens
checked
mold.
out.
Mhm.
Yeah.
In a Brad Stevens.
Even
mold, I
some of
agree.
those guys who coach and have more of a front office
I
role.
hate that
You know,
stuff. Hate that stuff. It never works.
I
feel
agree.
like
I think it should be
never
one or
worked.
the
Yeah.
other. Always.
It just doesn't work. Well, I mean, the Celtics work perfectly now because it's very established. Like Brad Stevens previously had some say and stuff in personnel.
Well, Brad
and stuff.
Stevens
Obviously,
also
coaches
knows
will have
these
say.
guys on the basketball court.
Exactly. Also true.
More than any other kind of president or GM would know their guys. He's literally coached his young core himself.
Agreed.
So,
I mean, Greg Popovich did, didn't he?
Greg Popovich has say,
He were, yeah.
and he
Greg
had say.
Popovich has been there
But
for
Greg
75
Popovich
years.
isn't objectively the GM.
Yeah.
Like you can't give a coach. I mean, football.
I'm sure
is
they have a
one-
GM too. It's never just going to be a guy who's
But
the
it's
coach
how
making
much
all
say
this.
does he exactly? But
Yeah.
how much say does he have? That's the thing. That's the important question. I feel like never should a coach have majority of the say. It should be the GM,
If
in
it-
my personal.
Like
It
if
goes
the
with- it goes down to
Rockets go
pedigree.
after him, the Rockets, how terrible they've been.
I
The
think-
Rockets get Nick Nurse. Nick Nurse is going to want to say and stuff that's going on up there
Agreed.
because of how they treated Silas.
Lav brought up a very good point to me. He texted me actually. He's like, "Yo, please mention it on the BallGame podcast." And he said Kenny Atkinson should be the Rockets head coach going into next season.
That's another guy though, Kenny Atkinson. If he takes that job, he's going to want some say in
I agree.
what goes on.
I think Kenny Atkinson.
Anyone who
would be
takes that
perfect.
job is going to want say in what goes on because of how they treated
The
Silas.
culture was fucking
Yeah.
atrocious. It was horrible there.
What up, Coach Sleazy?
It was horrible there. But yeah, so that was that playing game.
Say we go into who they're playing tonight. Talk about Heat Hawks.
Yeah, we
Talk about it. Clint
Heat
Capella
Bulls.
masterclass.
Heat Bulls.
Yeah.
Heat Bulls.
Well, Heat
that's what I meant.
Hawks was
Well,
first.
Oh
Heat
yeah,
Hawk-
yeah. We did talk about that. Yeah, Heat Hawks.
Clint Capella
Yeah.
went crazy, and Bam Adebayo was non-existent.
How are you gonna have 4 points and what was it? 21 rebounds.
Something like that. Yeah.
4 points and 21
That
boards.
went
He
crazy.
knew his role.
8 offensive rebounds that game, man. 8. That's ridiculous.
That's how they won the game. They beat the Heat on the boards.
Yeah,
That's
Jalen
what-
Johnson played incredibly good minutes, by the way.
Mhm.
And I don't remember seeing him that much in the Hawks rotation in the regular season.
It was towards the end.
Towards
He's
the end of
had
the
a good
season.
season.
Everyone
Uh,
played great for them.
Yeah, Trae Young had 25 plus.
Sadiq Bey played really good. He had 17.
Sadiq Bey is so good.
Yeah.
Sadiq Bey is a baller, bro.
Sadiq Bey is very good at basketball. Yeah.
Everyone played their role. DeJounte played good. Bogdanovich played good. All around, it was a great game.
I expected the Hawks to win, but I thought they were gonna outshoot and out finesse the Heat. I didn't expect the
out
Hawks to out.
physical. The Heat.
yeah.
Yeah. Bam played like fucking garbage.
Yeah.
Kyle Lowry masterclass.
Oh my god.
And you fucking lost.
I can't believe you lose when Kyle Lowry
33.
33.
33.
That's
That was
terrible.
his most
we've
points in
been
Heat.
Yeah.
clowning him all season.
Yo, by
Yeah,
the way,
it's been ass.
these vet point guards came out to play in the fucking playing.
Yeah.
Mike
Well,
Conley had a
Mike
great game.
Conley,
They
yeah.
lost too, but
Yeah.
We'll get
Mike
to
Conley
that.
had a great game. Kyle Lowry, D Schroeds, vet point guard over there,
Jimmy Butler didn't really play
No,
particularly
he did
great
not
either.
have
He
a
shot
good
6
game.
and 19.
did not have a good game at
Because
all.
it's not playoff Jimmy, it's playing Jimmy.
That's true.
He has to get to get to the dance. For
Kenny was
you know?
saying it. Not many players you'd want in a winner go home type of scenario. Even though this wasn't really a winner go home. It's still one of those games where it matters a lot. Like just a 1-game playoff series in a way.
Yeah.
And Jimmy didn't show up. Bam didn't show up. Kyle Lowry did.
I think they will tonight, though.
Yeah, Bam.
I think
don't know
Bam
what
has a
Bam
bounce
did.
back game.
Mhm.
I think this is Bam's
It's pretty
bounce
hard to
back
get
game.
worse.
He needs to be good. You
Yeah.
need to. This is a team where you have to get buckets on them if you're Bam, especially if Vucevic is guarding him. You have to cook. You have to cook. But we'll see what happens. Yeah, that was a rough game to watch for the Heat.
Mhm.
Um,
Cody Martin was out there just doing cardio.
Jesus
He played a half hour of basketball and didn't score.
you can't just keep picking up these scrap Heat players and think you're going to turn all of them into superstar or at least good players. Like not all of them are going to become that.
Well,
Cody
I was
Martin-
just confused why they didn't make a move at the deadline. I'm just confused.
Who, the Heat?
Yeah.
Well, Pat Riley was sleeping.
Pat Riley
Like,
was
he was taking a nap.
There were guys out there, and they can. I guess they couldn't match the offer, but they should have been in on.
They had a
on
trade
Donovan
in
Mitchell.
agreement. I forgot which one it was. And I'm pretty sure they were actually trying to get Pat Riley's approval. I forgot who they were trading for.
Was it when they traded away Dwayne Dedman?
Fucking Christ. I don't know. Regardless, if the Heat lose tonight,
That's tough.
what do you do?
I still believe that they should try to trade for a star, like trade Tyler Hero and anything else they can. Try to get a superstar.
Do whatever
such
you
as,
can to
like,
get Damian Lillard right now.
Damian Lillard.
I don't know
else
how,
out
but
there?
do whatever you can.
Depending
Well, it's
on what
got
the
to be now. He's only getting
postseason looks
older.
like.
What happened?
For Dame, it's got to be now. He's only
I
getting
agree.
older.
I agree.
Bradley Beal, someone.
Bradley Beal can make sense too.
Yeah.
It's just, bro, they're in a rough situation right now. They're in a very rough
We haven't
situation
touched
right
the Pelicans yet. Oh, sleazy.
Yeah, I was lazy to just say.
We could
Our
hop
thoughts
there.
into
our
that,
thoughts
though.
on this.
No, we'll get there after.
We
So-
will,
Shout
yeah.
out Trey for having
stuff.
a very good game that
Yeah.
game though.
Yeah.
He needed
Shout
to
out my
exercise
boy,
some
bro.
Heat demons
Yeah.
there. He
Yeah.
definitely needed to get that.
Big 25 plus.
I will say though, I don't know what happened. He just woke up one morning, like beginning of the season, just forgot how to shoot. He cannot shoot the basketball anymore. He shot 1 of 8 from 3. I don't
It's-
know what happened to him.
I think it's more so his shot selection. He doesn't get easy shots, and he takes the most difficult ones.
Yes.
So, like,
he's made them in the past.
I know,
I
he
know,
has.
but I feel like if you give him an open shot, he's going to hit it.
I'm
But
not.
the thing is, who's creating the ball for? So the guy who loses Trey Young,
but it's
no one's
also
going to lose Trey Young.
It's also Trey doesn't. I mean, no, Trey doesn't seem like Trey is open to playing off the ball that much. But I believe he probably would be if the scheme allowed for it and Trey thought that it was the right idea. I'm sure he would be willing to play off the ball. But he's also not Steph. Like that needs to be understood. In terms of like he came into the league and everyone was like, oh my God, he's like the next Steph. He's kind of going to be like Steph Curry and stuff like that. He's not like that. That's just not his game. He's a better passer than Steph Curry. But in terms of shooting, that's just the deep threes. He takes too many of them and he doesn't make enough of them for me to be like, okay, that's a shot that you should be taking. I think he should try to get more efficient looks. They should try to get him better looks. But they don't. They don't. So I don't know. Next season,
I think they're
hopefully
going to
the
be
offense looks
better
a little
with Quinn
different.
Snyder. I think Trey Young is really becoming underrated at this point.
agree,
It's pretty
though.
crazy.
I think it's just because the Hawks have been underperforming.
The things that you're talking about, I agree with 100%. And if he does clean those things up, we're looking at a top 3 to 5 offensive player in the league.
I
Like,
completely agree.
Yeah.
like he already
completely.
is. He's such an engine by himself. The points he generates, like he just with his playmaking and his scoring gravity, he really does generate so many points. He's really such a great offensive player, and in my opinion, he hasn't really come close to his full potential.
No,
Like he's really that skilled of a player. So I hope that's my guy, Trey Young. I hope he gets there one day. And even if he doesn't get to that level, he's still a damn good player who I
Yes.
think,
Mhm.
I don't know about best player or second best player right now, but I think regardless, you could win with him on your team.
it's very difficult because of the fact that he's going to get hunted consistently on defense. Coming out of the second half, that's how the Heat made their run too.
Yeah, I
Tyler
think
Hero was going at Trae Young
You need a specific team around him. You need a great defense around him with
and a great
great-
scheme.
yeah.
And he's gotten better. But
Yes, no, for
people still
sure.
go
He
at him,
has definitely improved.
He's always going to have his shortcomings just because of his
Yeah.
size.
Yep.
No matter how hard he tries,
Yep.
but he definitely tries. Like, there are some guys in the league who don't try at all defensively. Not
Agreed.
going to name names, but he definitely tries.
don't want to hurt their feelings.
Yeah.
Don't
in
want to
case they
out them
why.
to their coach.
Yeah.
But no, the Hawks are cool, man.
So who do you?
They're another team who, regardless of if they win, they're not going to win their first round series, but
No.
they have decisions to make in the
Spoiler alert.
offseason.
Yes, they do.
So tonight, Heat Bulls. So you guys got?
Got to ride the Bulls.
I'm going
Simple as
Heat per my ball game bet.
I am also
Heat.
going the Heat per my ball game bet.
I really don't see Jimmy underperforming like that 2 games in a row in the
Yeah.
playoffs. With the stakes
Bam
this
too.
high, there's no
Yeah.
way. There's no
Okay,
way
the Bam 2 thing is like pushing it a little bit because we've seen
Why?
him underperform consistently in the playoffs.
No, I know.
But
I
Jimmy
think he will
Butler-
have a bounce back
I
game
think
though.
he will too, but like it's not out of the realm of possibility. I
That
think
he
it's
doesn't.
like I think Jimmy Butler absolutely will have a big game tonight.
I think
because that's just
think
his
Jimmy's
mindset.
going to go for 35 today.
Jesus,
Mm.
35. Wow.
That's my
On the
bold
paw?
prediction. On the paw.
I don't know about all
I
that,
think Jimmy
bro.
Butler's going to give everyone buckets.
I mean,
today.
it's
I'm going
I'm
going
playoff
with the
Jimmy
man.
Butler.
As long as he goes for 22, that's all that matters.
I think I like the Bulls a lot, but
I expect Zach LaVine to continue greatness.
I do too. But I just think Jimmy Butler's just going to just outduel him at the end of the day.
I'm gonna take.
But
I'm
do
gonna
the
take
Heat have a guy who's gonna outdo DeMar DeRozan?
Jimmy's going to do it too.
Kyle
Dude.
Lowry? Kyle fucking
Kyle
Lowry.
Lowry is a guy who I'm definitely not counting on to have a
No,
great game.
no,
Maybe-
no. That's not
Maybe
happening.
a little
On the
a
cruise show.
little Tyler Hero. So Tyler Hero. Action
Look,
with his
Bam needs
jumpers.
to be great tonight.
Oh yeah.
That's simple.
I think Jimmy Butler probably is gonna have a great game. I don't expect him to have 2 bad games in a row in this type of situation, but the Bulls' defensive personnel has
Very
a lot of
good.
bodies who can make it very difficult for a lot of different looks with
Yes.
DePaul, Caruso, Pat Bev, even for times, and they're just going to throw a shit ton of help at him if they put the smaller guys on him.
Yep.
So they definitely have the person. The
Derrick
Bulls'
Jones
defense
Jr.
is
still
great.
there.
He's
He
on the
is.
team. Yeah.
Does he like actually get? He didn't play at all in the playing game. I mean, if you want even more bodies to throw at him, Javonte Green is another guy. If he's
I think
healthy,
he's still injured.
is he still injured? Okay.
I love Javonte Green.
Me too. Me too. But yeah, I'm unfortunately taking the Heat. But I don't feel good about that. I'd like to see the Bulls win it.
Like I'm obviously not going to be surprised if the Bulls win. I think it's going to be. I think it's going to be a close game.
It's
through
quite
and through.
literally a coin flip.
It's going to be like every other playing game has been. It's going to be a close game through and through.
Yeah, it might not even crack 100. To be honest.
We've seen a lot of good basketball
85 to
recently.
83.
Quality
been phenomenal.
quality basketball. Yeah.
Speaking of another great game, we'll move over to the Western Conference. Bro, they're already here. Like they're arriving. The Thunder are unbelievable.
Well, did you see what the coach said? They don't want the playoffs to be an appearance. They want it to be an arrival. And I thought that was a bar.
Yeah, Mark Daigneault, first of all, phenomenal coach. Shea, absolutely, in my opinion, a fucking superstar.
Bro, most definitely a horny star.
I don't know about horny star
He
yet.
might-
Two pointers is clowning you, Chris.
He's on the verge of
Mhm.
horny star.
2 pointers is clowning you, bro.
What do you say?
Got him. How
How
about,
about
the
the
Mavs?
Mavs?
Oh, jeez.
Literally a Suns fan. Oh, well.
Shea's he'll get there. I think he will be
I think he's
eventually
on the
in the
verge.
horny star.
His ability just to take over a basketball game, and we saw it this season. We saw it in the playing game.
Yeah,
How the
Yeah.
third quarter came
Second
about.
half,
He had 7 points going in, and then he put up 20 points in the fucking. It felt like 20 points in the third itself,
Yeah.
and then the NBA
simply just by controlling the pace in the free throw game.
the NBA's TikTok boy went fucking nuts in this
Yeah.
game as well.
He did.
Josh Giddey, what do you have? 31?
31, 9, and 10.
Jesus,
like that.
bro. Like Josh Giddey.
He could be a real number 2 for this team.
I see him being a third option ideally because he's such a good playmaker, and I don't think he's going to consistently look to get his own.
But the thing is,
But he's a really good 3. I mean,
I
That's the
depends.
thing.
It
He
depends
can
what
score. He's
Chet
big. He
comes
can
in
play
and
down low.
does.
Chet Holm.
Yeah.
Chet's gonna make a difference, man.
Well,
He will.
we know what Chet's gonna do.
I don't
we know
even.
what he's gonna do.
I don't even think he needs to be their second option either.
The number 2 pick in the
they
draft, you would
They
hope
could
that.
trade for anyone. They could
yeah.
trade for anyone.
They literally trade for Luka.
No, honestly, bro.
Yeah.
Imagine Luka and Shea together. Holy fuck. Oh my god. But yeah, no. This Thunder team is unbelievable. Incredibly young.
Yeah.
Can make any trade.
Lou Dort went crazy.
SGA is still not a horny store, right?
He's on the
No,
verge. He's on
but
the
he's
verge.
getting there. He's definitely getting there. Lou Dort had a great game.
Of course he did, bro.
He always does in these big games. Lou Dort always shows up
Yep.
in these big games.
The torture chamber.
Remember Game 7 in the bubble against
Of course.
was it? It was the bubble, correct?
Yeah.
Chris
Against
Paul.
the fucking Houston Rockets with
Yeah.
Harden and Chris and Russell Westbrook.
Almost won them the
Oh
game.
my god!
Remember Russell Westbrook was yelling at babies?
Yes.
Yeah, bro. That was
Bro, what did Dort have in that game? Like 28? He
Something like
he
that. I don't
wasn't
know.
missing. He
No.
wasn't missing.
Didn't he hit
But
the
yeah,
game
that was
winner
before
too?
he even had an offensive game too. No, he didn't hit the game winner. They lost. They lost
Oh.
that game.
Sick.
They lost that game, but he went crazy.
Yeah. The 2 Pointers podcast made a really good point about how good Shea is shooting at the rim at 52% and how efficient he is at the line. I mean, that's the
Bro, he's
qualifications of
90% from the line.
No,
on
it-
like
that's
10
the-
free throws.
that's
a
the
game.
qualifications of I think being a horny star, the ability just to completely take over a game.
Here's my thing. Not only that,
I don't
He
know.
made a
I
lot
know
of
so many
defensive plays.
guys. I don't agree with that point. There are guys who we don't consider horny stars who
that could take over a
could
game.
take
Yeah,
over.
I think
Chris
Sh-
Middleton could take over a game.
I think
if I'm being
just
honest.
Shea
Tobias
has an
Harris
elite
could
level
take
and doesn't
over a
I
win
don't know
games.
about that. I don't
RJ
know.
Barrett can take over
Shut
a
up.
game.
Shut up.
He has.
He has.
Right.
Yeah, no, but Shea doesn't.
Remember when DeMar
consistently-
DeRozan fucking hit the game winner? RJ Barrett had like 40.
Yeah.
he was going
Yeah,
nuts.
the sixth man of the year, Emmanuel Quickly, he could take over a game.
Yeah, no, yeah, I mean, yeah.
As
I
a
get what you're
anybody-
saying.
He
Toppin
could-
took over
he
a
could
game
do it
last week.
Consistently.
consistently-
On a night-to-night basis, on a
Yes.
night-to-night basis,
Jesus
he could
Christ,
take over a game.
man.
No, I
so
agree.
literal.
I know. I
Two
agree
Pointer said,
with you.
wait, what stars? Pause.
Horny
so the-
stars.
So
The
we have
upper echelon of
In
stars.
case you don't know this, we have our tiers. We have horny stars, which are like 7 or 8 players in the
LeBron.
NBA. That's like the top tier.
Yeah,
It's like the Jokic, the Kawhi, the LeBron, Tatum, Durant, all that
super
stuff.
horny guy.
I think that's
Um,
all he wanted to know. He didn't understand the horny star.
And then next up we have superstars, and that's like
Yeah.
Devin Booker.
yes,
Yeah,
perfect.
Thank
There you
you.
go.
How did
Shea.
we come up with horny stars?
We were trying to
Because-
think of a name and
and horny
Just
stars
horny.
just stuck.
One day we're probably gonna have to change our name. For that.
Oh, never.
Oh, Sleazy, Quickly, even if he doesn't win it, he deserves to win it.
I just
He
don't
does.
agree, bro.
Why?
Sorry, I just
gets
Because he
don't
mo-
agree.
started so many games.
Yes,
Sixth man of the
yes.
year.
Bro,
was
we've
Travis-
seen.
Bro, I saw a
bro,
tweet the other day.
But in
it
the-
was my tweet. I
we've
tweeted
seen
about
other
it.
guys.
This is my tweet.
The
What-
former 6 men of the year who
Yes.
started game. Lamar
Bro.
Odom started like 35 games when he went 6
Bro,
men.
Lou Williams started 19 games and won 6 men a couple years ago.
That-
It
that's only
doesn't-
nine-
Nine-
That's
you
only
said
19.
Quickly started like
it up.
20.
21.
Oh,
Yeah,
my
quickly
God.
21.
20.
20 is too much. 19 is the
I think
limit.
20 is the number.
19 is the
Why?
limit.
Let me find
Why?
it.
And guess what? Malcolm Brogdon has
But
started.
okay, But here's the thing. Emmanuel Quickly,
So?
Has
when a
given
guy
more-
goes down, when a key player in the rotation goes down, Quickly is the first guy to go in to step in and take that starting
Okay,
spot.
now he's just
That's
started.
the,
That's what a
that's,
sixth man
that's
is.
the
No.
definition
No,
of
but now
being the
he's the
sixth
fifth
man.
man
No.
in the rotation.
He is the sixth
No,
man
he's
that
the
stepped
sixth.
up.
The one guy's just hurt.
Bro, the sixth
I
man
don't
of the
like
year
that.
award is going to guys who contribute the most off of the bench.
Why?
That
Right.
is the
That's
point
what
of the
Emmanuel
award.
Quickly
He is the
does.
sixth man
Ama-
on the team.
Emmanuel Quickly has given us his
Lamar Odom
best
started-
performances.
Lamar Odom started 35 games in 10-11. Aaron McKee started 33 games in 2000-2001. Pierce
That's a lot of games.
in 86-87. Is that
Is
Paul
that Antonio Pierce?
Who the fuck is Antonio Pierce?
Wait, that's a fucking
Played for
Giants
the-
defensive end, bro.
It's
Like,
a dark green.
Pierce.
Oh,
Who the fuck
Ricky-
is Pierce?
Ricky Pierce.
Ricky
Oh,
Pierce.
yeah, yeah.
Pierce for the Bucks.
Yeah, yeah.
That's a
Come on,
good,
guys.
Good shot.
First of all,
Kevin,
Ricky
Kevin
Pierce
Kale
started.
started 31. Jackson.
I think the game. I think the game started thing. Is,
Jackson.
02-03.
So is that the
Mark
only
Walker
argument?
started 24 in 13-14.
I saw
The
I heard
Mavs
they
just
were-
got fined $750,000.
For outright tanking.
I guess
Wow.
so.
Who would have
Yeah.
thunk that?
Wow.
give me your opinion. So you think that
Malcolm Brogdon should win.
If they started the same amount of games, right? You're still
What?
taking Brogdon, or
Yes, because off of the bench, he's been better. If you look at Quickly's splits, that's where he's done most of his damage when he's in the starting lineup.
Well, no,
I
wait.
just think-
if they started the same amount of games,
well, that's
then
his
I'm
role.
thinking
He's a
quickly.
spot
Well,
starter,
I agree
bro.
exactly. If they started the
if
same
they
amount of
both
games,
played 21, if they both started 21 games, I'm giving it to Quickly.
I
But
agree.
The award is to come off the bench, and Emmanuel Quickly is giving us his
Not
best
to-
minutes when
It's
he
not
started.
the
All right,
award
wait.
isn't bench player of the year.
it's sixth man.
He is the sixth
But
man.
Part
the
of being-
description
yo,
of the sixth man of the year
no,
award is pretty
hold
much
on.
what
No,
you
it's
can do
not.
off of
No,
the
it's
bench.
not.
Part of being a sixth man, we know there's especially in today's NBA, we know there's guys who are going to sit out and be injured. The sixth man is the first guy off the bench if someone in the starting lineup is unavailable.
Exactly.
That's part of the
And,
job.
and in that role, when he steps in and guys are hurt, he's exceeded expectations every single time.
I'm fine with it being either guy. I think both guys have a case, but I think the case against Quickly shouldn't be that he's started games. If you want to come up with a case against Quickly, like Brogdon did this better, which Brogdon did
Different
some
argument.
things
A lot
better.
of things
Yeah.
better. Yes.
Brogdon wasn't
also true.
shot insane splits and had a great season. So if you want to come up with those reasons, that's fine. But I think the Quickly started to. At first, I was saying that too, and then I saw how many guys have won it starting a lot of games. And
Well,
like I
we
said,
have to look at
part
that
of
competition.
part of being a sixth man though is, like I said, stepping in when someone's out. Especially in today's NBA, it's more important than ever.
So here's my question. That those are guys that started a bunch of games, right? But those are the anomalies. Those are the guys. Most of these awards have been handed to guys that do not start many games.
So
Majority of the awards, you have to have a Lou Will type. That man averaged like 21 that season, right? Quickly's not averaging that. Malcolm Brogdon is not far off in terms of points.
yes,
and he's
but he has
not
stepped
started a
into
single game.
games when Jalen Brunson's been hurt and has gone crazy though. That's what a sixth man is.
But he started in that
Okay,
game.
but
so what?
so-
it's not bench player of the
so-
year. It's sixth man of the year.
if the same thing happened to the Celtics, if Marcus Smart went down, which he didn't do, he
Malcolm
stayed healthy.
Brogdon would have started,
Exactly.
and he would have put up more numbers, but he didn't have to.
I feel like that's not really Malcolm Brogdon's fault. So
It's
for him to
not, but
lose
that
the
doesn't mean that,
award,
that
they
doesn't
also-
give him a
They
reason to
also
win the award,
started
though.
Derek, no,
I
they
feel
started
like it
Derek White
does.
before they started Malcolm
But
Brogdon.
the,
Brogdon coming off the bench.
the
Derek
idea
White-
that Brogdon would have performed better than he does now in the starting role, you don't know that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Quite literally seen it in the past, though. He's averaged what?
But
close to
even
20?
that, though, I think
this
that's pretty
award is a this
expected.
year
Any guy
award.
who gets more
I agree.
opportunity is going to put up better numbers. But I mean, part of it is not even just the numbers that Quickly put up in those games, but the moments.
What, what are they saying over there?
Derek
'Cause
White
they're
would start.
Talking a lot.
You said what you said. Derek White would start.
Yeah.
I know Sweezy said we're blaming the Celtics for having a deeper team. I'm not blaming anyone. I think it's anyone's award. I just think that Quickly is only doing his job. Like
No,
that's
I don't
that's
disagree.
part of the job. And like I said, he has not just the numbers when he starts, but he has the moments
I
that
guess.
go along with it, and that's always going to be a part of any award,
I don't know.
especially with the people that we have voting on these awards.
Yeah. I look. I'm not. My mind can't be changed on this one. I firmly
Yeah,
feel
I
as though
agree. I think
That's fair,
I think
100%.
if Malcolm Brogdon doesn't get the award, I think it's
wild.
rigged.
I just think Quickly's defense gives him the slight edge for me.
But it's not like Brogdon's a bad defender.
I didn't say he's a bad defender. I just said Quickly's
yeah,
He's
defense.
been
gives
a,
him the
he's
edge.
been a
He's
plus
one of the
defender.
5 best point of attack defenders all season.
And I think that matters though when you have a guy coming off the bench.
It's really a preference thing. I think it's a toss-up. Like, I mean, you said on your
But-
Instagram post, seeing Quickly clears. I don't think it's like that at all. I'm
So-
fine with Quickly winning the award. I'm fine with Brogdon winning the award. They've both had great seasons off the bench.
I've seen Quickly take over games and make the game literally. It's the Emmanuel Quickly
No.
show. I feel like I've never seen it be
You
Malcolm
also
Brogdon
don't
running the
watch
show.
Celtic games.
Nah,
Bro.
I get what Dean's saying. Brogdon's
But that's
great,
not
but
that's not the
he's-
point, Matt. Thank
he
you.
wasn't
But
taking over. And if you want to say it was because Quickly was starting, then
It also
you
sucks.
go ahead. But like, yeah, and yes, Brogdon's playing with better
I
talent
was about to
too.
say
But
that. You have Jason Tatum and Jalen Brown.
But
How many opportunities
regardless-
are you really going to have to take over a game?
regardless, so we have seen Quickly take over games, and that's part of it too.
I don't know.
So it helps when
The ability to
Edwards
take
hurt.
over a game the way Quickly was definitely only helps his argument. I feel like you can't use that to hurt his argument, saying the talent is better with
and I feel like
Brogdon,
that's the
blah, blah,
point
blah,
of the
blah, blah.
six
You could
man
just
to be
credit
the
him for
spark.
showing up.
I guess.
Yeah. Like I said, I think it could go either way.
I don't know. Feeling different on it.
Yeah, Sleazy says the same thing. Brogdon literally hasn't had an opportunity to take over a game. That's fair, but quickly
said that very
has.
quickly. Yeah.
Yo, me and No Sleazy are definitely on the same page here.
It's really what you value more.
Well,
Yeah.
Sleazy's also
Is
a Celtics fan.
Celtics fan, I know there's a little bias coming in there, but
Yeah, like 2 Pointer said, Brogdon's shots and splits are so good. I agree with that. Like if that's
Unbelievable.
what you value in the award, then Brogdon's the obvious pick.
and
If
he
that's what
fills
you're
so many roles.
Well,
Whatever you ask,
I'm also a
wanna get
Knicks fan.
right.
I'm biased too, so I'm
I'm a
saying
Knicks
quickly
fan,
all
and
the
I'm
way.
saying
I think
Brogdon.
Quickly's the same way,
Ortiz is a
though.
Knicks fan, and he's saying Brogdon.
I think Quickly's the same way though. in
Trunks, you
terms
saying
of roles
Brogdon?
he plays.
No.
I've seen games where
well,
Quickly's the
Trunks is
playmaker. I've
brainwashed.
seen games where Quickly's the scorer they need. I've
And the
seen
best point of
games
attack
where he's the
defender, yeah.
defender they need. So Quickly definitely brings a lot more than
His
And
playmaking,
he could
is
play
iffy
make
at
though.
times.
It's iffy,
it
but
is iffy, but he's had games where he's been a great playmaker.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
he
That's
came
what I
into
mean
the
by-
league as more of an off-ball guy, and now he's
a
you know,
solid playmaker.
right.
No, I'll give him that. But
He definitely looks like a secondary / tertiary creator for not like he is very good with the ball in a sense for sure. So is Brogdon. Obviously, he's great too.
Well, you're
Yeah.
saying you trust Brogdon running the second unit, so Brogdon is more of a playmaker and a floor general than Emmanuel
yeah,
Quickly is. It's
he's
not
had-
really.
he's had the
They play
ability
kind of
to-
different positions a little bit. That's all I'll say about.
I
He's
guess.
gonna run a second unit. I don't know.
Especially on that Celtics team because his role is to he doesn't need to take over and be this
Yes.
huge scorer. He just needs to keep the team solid in the minutes without a Tatum or Brown on the court or both of them on the court. That's his job.
That's the
They
beauty of
they
it.
play very different styles of basketball, so it's hard to compare
Yeah.
the two. And what it's
But
really
then
about what you value more as basketball
yeah,
philosophy.
The Knicks'
Also-
success a lot of the season was predicated on Quickly having these big bursts of
yeah.
scoring games.
Look, Brogdon also has never been a flashy player. He's not about the flash and stuff like that. Quickly he's flashy. Quickly's definitely flashy, pulling up from dumb deep and stuff. Celebrating the way he does. It's different.
Quickly's
yeah.
a fun player to win the award. I think for basketball,
I
it would
love
be good
IQ.
if IQ won it. Not that Michael
take
Brogdon's
nothing
not
away.
cool.
How did we get here?
I don't
No,
know.
no.
Brogdon's not that cool.
It's a great question.
I feel like
Anyways,
we did this already.
back to the Thunder, back to the Pelicans. We already spoke.
But we were talking about the Thunder Pelicans.
Yeah, I don't know
how,
how this
how did we
happened.
get
I
here?
really don't know
I don't
how this happened. Anyways,
on the other side of it, the Pelicans.
Yes, that's what I was gonna say. What the fuck?
Zion Williamson, you are an Atlanta Hawk.
I saw Kendrick Perkins said that yesterday that he should
You
get
are a
traded,
New York Knick,
that they should trade Zion.
bro. I'm gonna be honest. As a Knick fan, I don't even think I'd do it.
We already have
As crazy
Julius.
as that sounds, I
Um,
don't even think I'd do it.
Depends. Like, what is he worth?
a lot.
It's
The
a tough
house,
situation. I don't
Is
think the
he?
Pelicans are
I
going to
think
trade him.
so.
I
I
think
don't
he's
think they're
still
gonna
worth
trade
the
him.
I
He
house.
has
agree
to.
he stays, but he's still worth the fucking house.
He's
He
worth,
is,
bro.
but
He's
it's tough 'cause he
generational.
doesn't play.
He's generational. When he
know.
plays, he's
I don't
the
think they're
best.
gonna
He's
trade
the
him
top
yet.
10 player in the NBA.
Yeah.
They have to keep looking at it for now. Like, bro, we've been able to stay afloat and at times look really good when he is not there. And we see the glimpses when he is there. We have to keep giving this. I mean, people thought they could take that jump into being like a Cavaliers tiered team, a team who was like a sneaky contender. That's what people had doubted them in the offseason. And then they started out the season as a fucking 1 seed.
Yeah, they were top 3, and then Zion
Bro.
got hurt, and then they fell off the face
When
of a
he's
cliff.
healthy, they're a very, very, very dangerous team that is
Mhm.
capable, in my opinion, of winning the finals.
It just
in my
seems that that's so much more likely that he's hurt than not, and especially with the mental health things. Hope he's feeling cool, but like, especially with that, like even when his body's fine, his mental game isn't there. Like, you know,
Just throwing this out there. This is very reminiscent of another situation. Just want to put that out there.
Okay.
Benjamin
Apparently,
Buckets.
Zion was cleared by Pelicans doctors to play in the playing game, but Zion's team did not feel as though he was ready to play. So,
That wasn't just him. He said
does
it too.
that sound like another situation that we've heard in the past?
I think it's a little different.
You know who I'm getting at, Dean?
I think it
I
is.
mean,
a little
yeah,
different.
it's
Who you
obvious-
getting at?
Yeah,
My boy, the Claw, Kawhi Leonard.
I think it's a little different just because Zion's been dealing with injuries his whole career. So like we know that this is a thing. And if he's saying he doesn't feel right, then kind of trust the guy
He
like
says
that.
his body feels healthy. He's just not Zion yet.
Yeah, he said he doesn't feel right.
In his head, he doesn't feel.
Which is
doesn't feel like
fair.
He's
Zion.
just Mr.
He's just going to be
Williamson.
hesitant. He said.
Yeah.
He's going to be hesitant. And he doesn't want to be hesitant on the court.
I see
Um,
both sides of the argument, like
I'm not
being
mad at
upset
him.
with him and being not upset with him.
The teammates aren't even upset with him though, which is
Yeah, but you don't know that. You don't.
Did you
I
ask
don't know.
him?
You
They
don't know
definitely
that.
want
I
him
mean,
out there.
they want him out there, but I don't know. I saw the teammates coming on Twitter.
CJ
saying that they
McCollum
weren't.
also is stinky bad.
I saw
Yo,
he,
that
he
was
was playing with a
horrible.
torn shoulder or something.
Jesus
Oh,
Christ.
good. I'm glad I took
And,
that.
And I'm
like a
pretty sure a
broken
broken
finger?
finger.
Yeah.
Yeah, on his dribble, on his like,
On the last, like, few
dominant
games.
hand. On his
Yeah.
dominant hand.
Sick.
He's a good culture guy, but
had mad
man,
good odds for
his on the court hasn't been that great this season.
I think
No.
he'll have a bounce back if he's healthy next year.
Never betting on him again.
But yeah, Jonas had a big game.
Yeah.
16 and 18. He dominated, and then unfortunately got hurt towards the end of the game.
Mm-hmm.
Brandon Ingram's
Brandon Ingram.
him.
Brandon
Yeah.
Ingram is amazing.
Do you guys think he got fouled?
No,
I don't
No.
think it was.
But,
a foul,
like,
personally,
I wish they called that.
Herb
shit.
Jones and Trey Murphy also are fucking good.
Yeah.
Are
They're
really
good,
fucking
man.
good at
bro,
basketball.
it really sucks that the Pelicans had 2 turnovers in the fourth quarter, and one of them was the biggest turnover of the game.
Yep.
It really
That
'cause
was
the Pelicans played an
rough.
amazing fourth quarter.
Bro,
Yeah.
he threw it away, man.
I
Yeah.
mean, that didn't cost them the game. But
All right,
No,
boys.
I mean, they had a shot, and then they didn't.
Wagner.
Yep. I have to leave now. I have to depart from the podcast.
Adios.
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 I'll be back in the studio on Tuesday, guys.
F you, Dean.
Yeah, get him out of here.
Kick his ass out.
Ha ha ha. Good. Now we talk about the real stuff.
yeah,
But anyways,
that's
Pelicans,
tough. What do the
though.
Pelicans do next? I feel like they just
They-
stick it out.
they just-
Honestly,
Here's
I
the
think
thing.
you stick
Stick it out.
and, yeah,
they have
you
so
stick
many
it.
young guys
Yeah.
that they're gonna get a lottery pick.
Yeah.
agreed.
You,
Yeah,
you saw what we saw what their ceiling could be, and so did they.
Yeah.
And obviously they
you
know
expect
more
Trey
than we
Murphy
do.
to take another jump. You expect Herb Jones to take
Dyson
another
Daniels will probably
Dyson.
enter the
Mhm.
rotation next season.
jump. Dyson Daniels
Um,
could be huge for them because they're lacking a little bit of playmaking
Yes,
outside of Brandon
agreed.
Ingram.
Jose Alvarado will probably improve a little bit.
Hopefully Zion will be back to 100%
Yeah.
mentally and physically.
Larry Nance didn't play in this playing game, and Larry Nance was good for
Patrick
them.
Hughes.
Huge
Star.
for them, yeah.
So yeah, just look, they have a great roster that's incredibly deep. Just got to get them healthy.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It's that
And-
simple.
yeah. But now to who they're playing tonight.
The Thunder.
Go to
who
that
the
game.
Thunder are playing.
The Thunder are playing Lakers Timberwolves.
Lakers,
What a-
Timberwolves.
What a terrible game that
Was-
was.
That was so bad.
It was so entertaining because it
It
was,
was so bad.
the worst basketball I've ever watched in
Yeah.
my life.
That was one of the basketball games of all time.
Uh-huh.
Indeed, it was.
It was actually like really competitive. Like as you said, it was really a fun game to watch because both teams wouldn't score for 5 minutes.
Horrible.
Neither team wanted to win. They were each team was handing the other team the win, and they just didn't take it.
AD
was bad.
speared someone
Yeah,
after the Timberwolves not scoring for 5.5 minutes. They're like, no, you win the game. No, you win the game.
Real quick, that Anthony Davis almost put back dunk.
Oh,
What a fucking blew
my
up the
God.
internet.
I'm surprised he didn't get hurt.
yeah.
Oh my
I've never
God.
seen AD
No,
try
no,
something
he was-
so reckless.
He was shaking up on like multiple different plays.
It wasn't
he
after
was.
that
It
play though.
wasn't. It
It
was
wasn't
not that play. But yes, he
AD's
was
never
shaking
played
up.
so reckless.
That was some
since
of
the
the worst.
Pelican
man.
days.
I said it. I go, this looks like us in men's league.
Yeah.
Like honestly, I was like, this looks
No,
like a men's league game.
I think
was-
we've played better than stretches of that game.
It was literally like they were trying to have a competition of who could be worse between
Oh, so
Anthony-
sad
Anthony
for the
Edwards and
Timberwolves, bro.
Anthony Davis.
I didn't like a lot of the stuff down there. I mean, obviously no one did because they weren't fucking scoring. But
No.
man, they started the game out so
Bro, their
well,
offense looked beautiful.
and obviously it wasn't going to be sustainable the way they were shooting the ball. But they didn't adjust to that, and it's like Anthony Edwards was horrible, but like also the scheming for him to get you. I always say you have to get your fucking superstar easy looks to get them in a rhythm.
yeah.
And there were just so many times where Ant-Man was just standing in the corner, and Kyle Anderson's great, but like how much of an on-ball responsibility are you really trying to give Kyle Anderson? He was really running the offense for them for most of that game.
How poetic was it that Kyle Anderson just lost the handle of the ball?
Well, that's what I'm saying.
went
It's
in
just
the
like, and Anthony Edwards was standing in that corner the whole possession. So what are we really doing here?
Edwards had a horrible game, by the way.
Terrible.
Yeah.
Their offense was
God.
the same. It was Kyle Anderson initiate things, do the little fucking trailing pass to Cat and set a screen. And then if that doesn't work, and if Cat can't shoot or take the guy off the dribble, it was a dribble handoff with Mike Conley while Edwards just sat in the corner.
Conley had a big game.
He was great.
Massive
Had a
game.
big
Yeah.
game. Edwards was horrible, obviously,
Karl
but
Anthony
also
Towns
injured.
looked really good.
Yes.
Anthony Towns
At
looked
the
really good
beginning
the
of the
first
game.
3 quarters.
And then they do this thing where they don't fucking give him the ball. He also had 5 fouls.
Yeah, he also was in very big foul trouble.
But
He got put. Yeah, remember, he got put right in the 4th quarter and drew a foul like
I'll be honest,
virtually instantly.
that T-Wolves team looked gassed.
Mhm.
And I understand why.
Well, yeah,
No
they were
Jaden,
shorthanded.
No Rudy
so-
Gobert.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was rough. You
No
had
Nas.
They
you
Kyle
had fucking
Anderson
Nathan
guarding
Knight, and no Nas Reed. Yeah.
AD for stretches, bro.
Yes. You had fucking Nathan Knight guarding him for a
Yeah.
couple minutes. Like,
Yeah.
what the fuck?
That was
Jordan McLaughlin was fucking atrocious in his minutes. I feel bad to shit on the guy, but like he
Bro,
was
they
actually
were violating him on Twitter. They
tried
think he's
taking a
the
layup
worst
over
player in the
Bron.
league, bro.
Bro, it was so bad. It was
I saw
really
that-
bad.
bro. I drove past him. I was like, oh wow, look at this layup, and I saw Ron running next to him. I was like, oh, I
There
hope
it
he doesn't
goes.
go up with this ball.
Yo,
and then he went up with the ball.
was playing some good defense on LeBron at times. Like
But
really
good
defense.
defense in that game. Just
Couple
sucks he
big time
couldn't
blocks,
score.
bro. Some of those blocks were
Yeah.
fucking crazy, man. But yeah, it does.
People
suck.
were being too harsh on him on Twitter, bro. Like it happens, man.
He's hurt
one bad
too. He's
game,
playing
bro.
hurt. Like,
Yeah.
do people not realize this right now? Like, he's playing.
I don't look at Anthony Edwards any differently after that
No, me
game.
neither.
Like,
No, me neither.
I don't, but he has to step it up.
Definitely has
yeah.
to step it up.
So with that being said, does he step it up? Do the Timberwolves win?
I think so.
I hope so.
I have the Oklahoma City Thunder.
I do have the Timberwolves winning.
I don't think the Thunder
But-
are gonna have an answer for Cat, and especially if
Mhm.
Gobert plays,
That's
the
exactly what
Yeah.
I
the
thought.
Wolves are just gonna be too big for them. Pause.
I said if Cat and Gobert play together, that's a matchup.
Is Rudy playing?
Nightmare.
Do we know yet?
I don't know.
Don't know yet.
Cat
don't
got
know.
listed questionable too.
He's gonna play though.
Yeah. I look, the Jaden McDaniels injury fucked you.
Yeah.
Like
Mhm.
really fucked you. I want to see it happen, man. Get the whoa.
Your mic's still
Yeah. I know. It just sounded really weird. The Thunder, I want them to make it. I want to see them get some playoff basketball in, and obviously the play-in is cool, but it's not the same. I want to see them in the first round.
I don't want to see the Timberwolves anywhere in the playoffs.
Yeah,
It'll
I
just
want to
make
see the
me
Timberwolves
happy.
play the Nuggets. I want to see that.
I want to see Rudy miss the.
By the way,
I want to see Cat beat Jokic.
given this prediction, Sammy also wanted me to say this on the BallGame podcast as well. Sammy told me that if the Thunder win and play the Nuggets in the first round,
No,
they will beat
that's crazy.
the Nuggets.
That's disgusting.
He said, "Tell them that I said that. Tell everyone that's watching.
Tell
that
the
I said
world."
that."
There's no.
He
there's
was
literally
like,
no
"I'm
chance.
calling it, and I'm gonna put money on it." He's like, "Beat the Nuggets." John.
That's insane.
I'm like Sam.
The Thunder.
But
Hold up, and we back.
and we
Shout out
back.
Kenny.
And we back. And we back.
if if the Timberwolves win this game, and he said that about them beating the Nuggets, I could get behind it.
I don't think any of us are on the Wi-Fi, by the way, if that's what you're
No.
about to ask. But yeah, no, it's rough. It's a bad situation.
Mm-hmm.
What do the Timberwolves do? We don't even have to ask that question for the Thunder.
No, we're good.
do you mean?
What
Thunder are good.
happens next if the Timberwolves lose this game?
You.
I don't know. They're in a bad
They're
spot
in
with
fucking
30
la la
No
land.
picks.
Yeah,
No picks.
they really fucked up.
No
a
assets.
really bad guy that plays center and Karl Anthony Towns.
It might be the worst trade in sports history.
It's up there. It's
Yeah.
definitely top 3 right now. at
It's
least.
close with the Nets right now, too, bro, in basketball history.
Yeah,
But look, Rudy Gobert can have a bounce back season if he stays.
No, that net trade was really bad. They traded Kevin Garnett and Paul Pierce for Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown. Those picks
And
turned
more.
into
and more.
And more.
Yeah, and more. But look, it's tough. You do you trade Cat? Do you try to recoup some of what you gave up? Do you trade Karl Anthony Towns? Do you try to get whatever you can for Rudy Gobert? Like, I
don't even know.
I don't know what you do next. Do you just
Oh.
build around Anthony Edwards and Jaden? Because look, to be honest, solid start. It's a solid start to have Anthony Edwards, who potentially is a superstar already, and then Jaden McDaniels also, not saying he's a superstar, but just saying like he's a very good player. It's a decent start. That should keep you afloat enough to not be the worst team in basketball. But you're handing away a bunch of unprotected picks. It's just, if you trade Cat, what can you get back for him? Because if you could get 4 picks plus like a young player or 2, I think it's worth it. So
I don't know, honestly. I guess in that situation you'd still have Rudy, but like, what does that do for you?
nothing.
Absolutely. That makes it worse.
It doesn't do you fucking shit, if I'm being honest. So yeah, it's a rough
But
situation.
we'll
man.
get there after tonight, though. See,
Well, I'm
if
sure.
they should
Yeah.
have to do
We'll be talking
something.
about this stuff
but
after it all happens. But yeah,
I do think the Timberwolves are going to win tonight.
I think the Thunder win. I'm taking the Thunder.
Let's go.
I want to see it happen, man.
You really
I
don't.
want to see them in the playoffs. I want to see them in the fucking playoffs.
I really want to see a Timberwolves Nuggets first round.
Why?
I don't really care enough to see that.
I don't know. I always thought that the Nuggets like could just lose to anyone. I still think it.
What does he say?
I don't know.
What's he made?
Feeling for Celtic basketball.
Oh.
And Rudy's so bad.
And I don't think the
I
Timberwolves
agree.
would beat the Nuggets, obviously, but I think they can make it a series.
All right. So
Like if Rudy's playing and stuff,
given that we covered the plan for a while, actually.
Yeah.
Given that, we'll get into the first round matchups. So obviously, you predicted the Timberwolves Nuggets. What do you got? Who's the X factor in the series? And what is it?
All right.
4-1, 4-2 sweep.
I do think if the Timberwolves make it, the X factor is Rudy Gobert because he will be guarding Jokic. And I think if depending on how he plays against them, they could make it a series. I don't think they won't win, but I think the Nuggets could be pushed to like 6 games, honestly.
Is that your prediction?
I think Nuggets in 6 if it's Timberwolves Nuggets.
If it's Thunder Nuggets,
If it's Thunder Nuggets,
I
I'm
picked
going.
Thunder.
Yeah, I'm going Thunder
Sweep 'em.
Nuggets.
Yeah, I'm going Nuggets in
They're
4.
sweeping them.
Yeah.
See, I'm gonna go Nuggets in 5.
You think Shea gets him a game?
I think, yeah, Shea,
Lou
I
Dort
think Shea,
gets them a
no,
game.
no. Well, Lou Dort is my X factor. He's gonna put Jamal Murray in prison for 1 game. They're gonna win that 1 game because of Lou Dort's fucking defense.
Might need a hat.
I don't even
I'm not
know.
digging my hair right now.
I don't even know who my X factor is in the series. Like I'm not
Like it's very one-sided.
like I can't,
It's hard
I
to
can't
give
pick
an X
factor on the
factor.
Nuggets.
Yeah, I don't.
Like,
Like,
it's-
really
it's hard to
matter.
give an
The
X
Nuggets
factor
are
on
feeding
this.
whoever.
This one
Yeah.
doesn't matter. I'm not
Lou
giving
Dort.
you an X
Whoop,
factor. It's the Nuggets. It's
That's
that
fair.
simple.
Yeah.
It's that simple. So yeah, I think we can move past that one.
Let's do it.
We'll go to the
Would you
Grizzlies.
you didn't
The Nuggets.
Yeah,
Okay.
he
How many
said it.
games?
4.
He
Okay.
said it.
No matter who they play.
got you.
Okay.
Maybe 5.
Next up, 2-7 in the Western Conference in this series. We're probably going to disagree on a little bit.
Get that board.
We are.
We got
Put
the
it on
Memphis
the table.
Grizzlies and the Los Angeles Lakers.
Keep the dollar on that. That's what
What?
we're playing for.
Oh my god!
We've
All
been
right.
waiting for this.
What do we got? This is the one that we've been waiting for so damn long. We wanted it to happen.
Deron Williams.
We wanted it to happen, and it is here. It is happening. Let's go, Grizzlies, Lakers.
Grizzlies, Lakers.
Grizzlies.
Well, I'm taking the Lakers. But how many games? I don't know. It's tough because after the game that we just watched the other night,
Yeah. One.
it looks like there's
What'd
no
you
way.
say, Trunks? What'd you start our last debate about this with? The Grizzlies aren't good, bro. That's what you said. So
I don't think I said that.
that's literally how the
That is
TikTok
literally how the
starts.
TikTok starts.
The
Oh, it's a
Grizzlies
TikTok?
aren't good,
Yeah.
bro. You
Yeah.
said.
But yeah, the Lakers aren't either.
If we see the Lakers that played the Timberwolves, I'm taking the Grizzlies in 1.
I'm gonna be honest.
It's
I
just
don't agree.
Steven Adams is out. I just think
And Brandon
Anthony
Clark.
Davis he has to go crazy, bro.
I mean, this is the
Okay.
Has
this is the
to.
perfect recipe for the Lakers to beat the
It
Grizzlies
is.
because of Steven Adams being out.
Hear me out. I tried to tell you guys, Jared Vanderbilt's a cool player, but he is not that playable next to a guy like Anthony Davis in the playoffs, and we saw that in the Timberwolves game. He started off the game
Occasionally he gets
cool. He had
difficult.
a few blocks, but other than that, he was unplayable.
He had a really nice block that got called as a goaltending.
Yeah.
That wasn't a goal.
Not an
I'm not saying Jared Vanderbilt's bad. I was never saying Jared Vanderbilt's bad. I think he's a really good player and has skills that he's really good at. He's
It's
a
a
great
weird fit.
offensive rebounder and a great defender. But offensively, he doesn't fit with what the Lakers need. And if he's starting, he's going to get instantly played off the court against the Grizzlies because the matchup will be Tillman as the primary Anthony Davis defender and
You think so? And
Jaren
at the
Jackson
help,
as a
yeah.
roamer. And
Yeah.
with Jared Vanderbilt, that's going to be a problem for the Lakers because you don't want Jaren Jackson roaming the middle of the paint.
I think long term it's going to end up as LeBron's going to play the 4 much of the series. That's okay. I mean, LeBron and AD should be their front court in my personal opinion.
And they're back.
Yeah.
Because I'm not trusting Timberwolves, but I'm trusting Reed to make shots in a playoff series realistically.
No, but he's become that player. Like last game, you saw it.
I'm
Like,
not trusting him for.
He's probably
series.
going to be that player that's in the.
And I
lineup.
just,
But
Mike Conley was giving them boys buckets. The Lakers' point of attack defense is not really
To
good.
be fair, he made some shots.
yeah,
he
was just having a crazy night.
Like, I'm sorry, bro. I know you guys love Austin Reeves. Maybe not as much as some people, but Austin Reeves is cool, and he's not a bad
Not an elite
defender.
defender.
John Moran is going to work that man. I don't fucking care. To me, it really comes down to Desmond Bane.
Yeah.
Because I think Jaren Jackson's going to do his thing on both ends of the floor. He might get in some foul trouble, but you kind of, especially playing against Anthony Davis, not just as Jaren Jackson foul a lot, but Anthony Davis and the Lakers draw a lot of fouls. So you kind of are going to
It's going to
expect
be
there
rough
to be foul
when you
trouble.
have to block LeBron or
Right.
block Anthony Davis.
But I think the Grizzlies are just as good, if not better, defensively than the Lakers. And I think Luke Kennard and Desmond Bane are the X factors. Luke Kennard, obviously, he has to make shots because he's one of their only really good 3-point shooters.
Mhm.
And
He's
Desmond
wrong.
Bane, because the half court offense is so iffy for the Grizzlies. John Morant's going to get his paint touches, but it's about Desmond Bane getting his paint touches and being able to play make and score from inside the arc.
Yeah.
So that'll be interesting. And I really don't think they have much to who's going to guard Desmond Bane, really.
I think Desmond Bane is less of an issue than
Well,
obviously
I'm
who's
just
guarding
thinking,
Ja,
if the best guy's going to guard Ja, who's really going to guard Desmond Bane? Because you can't put Vando on him.
No, because you need him to roam.
Right.
You'd have Vando start the game on Xavier Tillman.
Right.
And you'd have Anthony Davis on Jaren.
Yeah.
Or maybe, possibly the other way around.
And Reeves is probably going to get the
John
job.
Moran assignment.
So who you put? And you're putting LeBron on Desmond Bane? LeBron don't want to guard Desmond Bane.
run around with
Either
floor,
him or
no.
Dylan Brooks.
Dylan Brooks.
Probably
Well,
Dylan. LeBron
He'd
will
be
guard
guarding Dylan
Brooks.
Brooks. They're
Yeah.
going to
So who are you
going
going to put on Desmond Bane? Shrewd?
You're putting,
Scott
in that
D'Lo.
case, you're putting D'Angelo Russell.
Good luck.
Yeah, it is good.
Good luck. D'Lo's not a bad defender, but I'm
solid defender.
D'Lo's not guarding Desmond Bane.
I mean, you could swap
Yeah.
swap it and put D'Lo and Dylan Brooks maybe, and then put LeBron and Desmond
LeBron's
Bane.
not,
LeBron
LeBron's not
doesn't
running
wanna-
around the court
Do
all
you
day.
really
Because
want to
what-
have LeBron run around the court?
What
on
LeBron
defense
has to
all
do
day and then-
offensively for them. I think it will be a close series because the Lakers do match up well with them. I don't trust the Lakers to make enough shots. I trust the Grizzlies more offensively, honestly. And it's not a not trusting LeBron and Anthony Davis thing. It's I
rest of
trust
the
Well,
organization.
no,
I trust the Grizzlies others more.
it all depends on Anthony Davis. Like, what Anthony Davis are we going to get? Are we going to get the 30 and 15
I
Anthony
really don't
Davis, or are we going to
think-
get the guy that's dropping 15 points? Taking playing passive,
Playing less shots.
Yeah.
Taking
I
less
don't
shots
think
than
it's
Austin
that-
Reeves and
yeah,
D'Angelo Russell.
Simple
like,
though. I don't think it's just if AD plays great, they win. Not against the Grizzlies.
I think it is.
I really
think
do.
Ja-
Because
Ja's
I
gonna
know
do
LeBron's
is-
going to bring it this
I think
year.
Ja's gonna, and obviously LeBron and AD are one of the best duos in the NBA.
The best.
Ja and Jaren Jackson aren't matching that. Obviously, I'm not an idiot, but
It's the
Ja
Desmond
and
Bane.
Jaren Jackson are gonna do their thing, and I trust the Grizzlies others to do their
Yeah.
thing more than the Lakers others to do their. The Lakers others don't move me, bro. You traded for those 3 guys at the deadline that everyone thought were gonna fucking save the season, and the 3 of them looked unplayable in a winner go home almost type atmosphere.
They did.
I think
And I'm sure they'll have their moments throughout a 7-game series. I know who those guys are: Malik Beasley, D'Lo, and Vanderbilt. All impact the game, but
Beasley can shoot
They
you
can-
into a win or shoot you into a loss.
yeah, they can look unplayable. So I'm not trusting those guys that much. The Grizzlies guys, I've seen them for 2 years. The Grizzlies other guys have been great. that Dylan Brooks, could shoot you out of a game also, but Dylan Brooks, for what the Grizzlies need, is really fucking good. With his defense, he does make shots from time to time. Desmond Bane has been great for the Grizzlies. Tyus Jones has been great for the Grizzlies. Xavier Tillman this year, since Steven Adams went out, Xavier Tillman's not great, but like for what Xavier Tillman is, he's been good. You have Luke Kennard now, who's been fucking great since he got there. You have the Aldamas of the world. You have Kenny fucking Lofton if you need him. The Grizzlies are deep as hell. So I don't know. I just trust the Grizzlies' depth more. I think both teams are great defensively. It's going to be a slugfest, but I think the Grizzlies are just going to get the job done. I think the Grizzlies just have a little bit more. I'm not really a fan of like this Lakers roster. To me, just isn't really good. If you're going to depend on D. Schroed to be your third best player, and I know it's with LeBron and Anthony Davis,
they're not.
If they want to win, he can't
who is?
I'm going to be honest with you.
It has to be.
I think it's more than capable of being Austin fucking Reeves.
It could be.
Well, he's one of those guys.
He needs to have the ball in his hands more.
He could be the third best player, but
opinion.
they need D'Lo to be the best player. They really want him to be the third best player.
What we have to realize is that Austin Reeves' stretch, obviously it was just a stretch of basketball. But when he's given the opportunity, he's proven that it could be more than just a stretch. That this is just the type of player that he is. And I think Austin Reeves needs to be more involved in the offense. I'm not saying take LeBron off the ball. LeBron is probably going to have a fucking crazy series because he's going to take this Dylan Brooks shit personally. Now, I need to see Anthony Davis take this Grizzlies series personally because I'm just saying it's this simple. If those two average 30 for the series, I'm sorry, they are winning the series. They are winning. If the both of them average 30 for this series, it might be a walk in the park, honestly, because
walk in the park's a bit of a stretch.
I just think like they could average 30, but John Jaren will combine. So they're combining for 60. John Jaren could combine for
50.
Let's say 45,
50.
I trust the Grizzlies others to score 15 more points than the Lakers others.
I think Austin Reeves is capable, or D'Angelo Russell, of matching Desmond Bane.
Yeah.
But every player is capable.
Yeah, I mean, any player is capable of doing anything, but I think Desmond Bane,
it's just consistency. I think Desmond's obviously a better player.
And when Tyus Jones is in the game, the offense is going to be good and put up points.
The Grizzlies' half-court offense is not good. It's not.
It's not.
It's not. But
Neither
it hasn't
the
been good.
Lakers.
It hasn't been good.
And I know the Lakers have
look where they
LeBron.
are.
I was about to say, then it boils down to who do I trust more in
But
a
the
half-court
Lakers
setting,
have
LeBron and Anthony Davis or John Morant and whoever.
And
the
I
fuck
agree.
else you
It's
give me.
like it seems like idiotic to not say LeBron in them, but LeBron and AD haven't been great in the half-court offense all year, really, the Lakers as a team, even with the new additions. You know what I mean? And I know it's simple to say LeBron and AD. Like, I get that.
So what are we putting on this?
I'll put whatever amount of money you guys want on it.
I'm not going to bet on the series.
I'm taking the Grizzlies.
I'm leaning the Grizzlies, but I'm not surprised that the Lakers win.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a great series.
Taking the Lakers in 6.
Lakers in 6 as well.
I
don't really care about the game. So
No.
Yeah.
Taking the Lakers, though.
I'm going to take the Grizzlies in 6.
Grizzlies in 6 sounds cool to me.
I'll put 50 on it.
I'll put 50 on it.
Yeah.
Oh, you trunks.
Yeah.
I'm not 50 with both of you, or can it be 25-25? Or you betting?
I'm not betting on it.
Yeah,
Okay.
so I have to bet against both of you.
Yeah.
So 25-25.
I'm curious as to what Dean would say,
I know.
unfortunately.
I feel like he'd pick the Lakers.
I think he'd pick the
I
Grizzlies.
don't think Dean would pick the Grizzlies. I
No?
think Dean's a big Grizzly
All right,
guy.
we'll do 25 and 25 then, I guess. We could do that.
But
I'll do 50 and 50.
But yeah, I got Lakers in 6, and I think, in my personal opinion, I just talked his ass up. My X factor in this series is Austin Reeves.
Mine's Anthony Davis. Simple. Like we said, if he's scoring 30 a game, they're not losing.
Who's the X factor for you, Chris?
Desmond Bane.
I'm going to go Dylan Brooks. Yeah.
If I was on the Grizzlies side, I would also say Dylan Brooks.
If he could make life hell for LeBron, because LeBron's going to get his no matter what. We all know that. LeBron's going to get his 36 and 6 at the bare minimum this series. At the bare minimum, he's averaging 36 and 6.
He might give Dillon Brooks a couple 45, 50
He
pieces.
might, but I feel like Dillon Brooks, if he makes LeBron's life hell and just wears him out.
Yeah.
I don't know, bro. I know LeBron's great, but I think that's kind of underestimating the not
No,
just
Dillon Brooks is amazing.
not even
And
him,
as a
just the
whole,
Grizzlies team.
yeah.
The
As a whole, no,
Grizzlies team defense isn't just giving up fucking 45 bombs to people. And I know LeBron's
No.
great, but
if
respect them.
LeBron really wants to go get 40, he could go get 40.
Well, yeah, easily.
So, yeah.
It's old goat James.
I don't see it like that. LeBron's been great this year, but it's not like he was just going out there consistently 40-piecing dudes all year. Like, and the Grizzlies defense is one of the best in the league.
All right. Well, enough
He'll
of the
be
Lakers,
great,
Grizzlies.
but
Moving forward from that,
Or-
3-6 matchup in the West. This is going to be a very fun one, in my
Mhm.
opinion. I think this
They're
is
all
going to
gonna
be
be fun ones. They're
great
All of them.
series. So we got the 3-seeded Kings and the 6-seeded Warriors.
So
I
the
wonder if
Kings-
anyone's going to put themselves out there with it
The Kings are the biggest like betting underdog.
as a
For a
as the
team that's
higher
fav-
seed.
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Crazy. But yeah, I'm going with the favorite in the series, and that's the Golden State Warriors
I'm going with the Warriors.
in 6.
Warriors in 5.
Wow.
I don't know. I kind of want to say 6, but like
Honestly-
I don't want to pick 6 for every series though. That's the problem
Warriors in
here.
7. Warriors in 7.
I want to
Warriors
pick
in
6, but
7.
I don't want to pick.
Hmm.
No. I'm
What are you
going.
going
With my, I'm going with my gut. I'm going Warriors in 6.
Warriors in 6.
I'm probably gonna pick in 6 for every series though. That's
I
the problem here.
am going to be different here. I am lighting the fucking beam.
Whoa.
Give me the Kings in 6 games.
Wow, I love it.
Holy
I hope the
shit.
Kings win. I do. I really like the Kings. I just
I'm-
don't see it. I don't know.
That
Andrew Wiggins is
offense-
back now.
Andrew Wiggins, yeah, but,
Wiggins
but
hasn't played basketball.
you expect Andrew Wiggins just to get thrown into playoff minutes? And
Well, he will.
and
will.
expected to be what Andrew Wiggins
Yeah, I agree.
No, he's not gonna play like he was before he left, but
If he does, that's amazing.
and
it's just that he's there. He's gonna give them some quality minutes, I think.
You would hope.
you would
know?
hope so, yeah.
Yeah.
But I feel like the Kings have just been, I mean, they are the best offense of all time, and the Warriors don't have home court advantage. I think that's going to play a big factor in this.
No, I mean, yeah, I guess they don't really have
The
home
Warriors
court,
are
but
like the
they're-
worst team of all
there's-
time on the road.
This
And we know
They're
how
both
hostile
California
Sacramento.
teams.
Yeah, but we know how hostile Sacramento could
There's
get.
gonna be a bunch of Warriors fans there, bro.
I don't.
And there
I
might
think
be
there's
a
going to be
bunch
more
of
Sacramento
bunch of
fans.
Sacramento
more
fans.
Sacramento fans.
I think
bro.
there are more Sacramento fans than Sacramento. Just a
Well,
wild
yeah.
suspicion, but
Obviously.
obviously there's gonna be one other person that's rooting for the Warriors.
I'm
Like,
gonna be
I-
honest,
I'm
I'm
saying
gonna
it's
be
not gonna
honest.
be like other
I
teams'
expect there to
away
be.
crowd.
I expect there to be more Kings fans at the Warriors home
I agree.
games
Really?
than Warriors fans at the Kings
Bro,
home game.
I think that's crazy.
Yo,
I don't
by
think
the way,
that's crazy at
the,
all.
the Kings.
Those
You know how
Kings
loyal
fans are-
Kings fans are.
Yeah, I was
I
gonna say
know.
those Kings fans are feeding for playoff
Bro, those
basketball.
guys
So
have-
if they
bro.
have a chance to go to Game 3,
Yeah,
for at the Warriors, they're gonna
They're
go,
gonna
bro.
go.
Bro, they're starving for ball.
They're
They
gonna
are.
go.
They are, but like
Also, the
Warriors.
tickets are cheaper in Golden State
are.
right now. Like,
Which
far
makes sense.
cheaper.
That makes
Less than
sense.
half.
Yeah.
I'm
That
pretty
does make
sure.
sense. Sacramento is the bougie place.
well, no, that's not why. It's because the Kings are never in the playoffs. So
Well,
now
no, it's that, and Sacramento's a bougie place.
But yeah, no, Sacramento. I
I'm
think
okay.
Golden
I'll-
State wins in 7, unfortunately. But that's my prediction.
There you
For it.
go. Drop top.
I also think the Warriors have the personnel to make life hell on De'Aaron Fox.
But it's not just De'Aaron Fox. That's the thing.
Of course, no. Sabonis will.
Sabonis is
will
going to get his. Obviously, you have all
Yeah.
your role players who could snap and go for 30. Malik Monk could fuck around and give you 40.
Yep.
Mhm.
Kevin Horter could shoot 7 for 7 from 3 and give you
Keegan Murray,
21 points. Keegan Murray, exactly.
Harrison Barnes.
I'm gonna go Kings in 7, and I'm not too happy about
Oh
it.
my god!
I think it's going to be a close series,
think
and I think based on everything De'Aaron Fox has shown us this season, if there's a Game 7 at home that's a clutch time game, I'm going to roll with De'Aaron Fox, man.
Imagine a
That's
De'Aaron
my
Fox
guy,
Game
bro.
7,
That's another bro.
45 point.
I want to see him go. I want to see him go nuclear
No, I do
in these
too.
playoffs.
I really want the Kings to win. This
yeah.
matchup.
I'm really rooting not just for the Kings, but I'm really rooting for De'Aaron Fox because
Mhm.
this is the
Yeah.
playoffs. That's
No,
when
it's
you
awesome.
that's when
I
you make
love
a
it.
name for yourself.
All right,
for real.
so for
Kings
you
weren't on national TV much this year, even though they were so great. Like this is a chance to really nationally make a name for yourself. So
That's
For
why
you
I
two-
feel I wish the NBA could flex
Flex
games.
I
Yeah,
agree.
like this is a perfect reason why. Teams like always come out of nowhere and they have no nationally televised games. It sucks.
Who's your X factor for the Kings? The two of you.
Malik Monk. Think the King-
Malik Monk's are really
I
fair.
think the
You could
Kings-
say any one of their role players. I
Yeah.
feel that start. I'll go with Harrison Barnes, just not to say Malik Monk.
I think the Kings starting lineup, we know they're going to be great. We know
Yes.
Fox is going to be great. We know Sabonis is going to be great. Kevin Herter, Keegan Murray, Harrison Barnes still shoot the shit out of the ball.
Yep.
But will they get production from their bench? And I think that starts with Malik Monk, since considering he is their sixth man. I think he has to be exceptional in the series for them to have a chance.
I agree.
Yeah. So you have Kings in 7,
Kings in
in
6.
6,
Warriors in 7.
Ah.
You said
All right.
Warriors
You
in
said
6,
Warriors
right?
I
in
know.
6. Just keep it.
I feel
you're
like
not
the
changing
X
your mind.
factor for me.
You're not going to change your mind. Just keep Warriors.
I'm
in
not
6.
keeping the Warriors, but
the X
just how many
factor is
games? I don't
simple.
know.
The X factor is simple in my opinion. It's the guy that just came back.
Yeah, it's Andrew
But
Wiggins.
if I have to pick a different guy, because I'll give you that one, I think it's Gary Payton. He's not going to start, but whenever he's in the game, he will absolutely be guarding De'Aaron Fox. And that is huge. He needs to make Fox work
But
as hard as possible when he is in the game.
I think Fox is going to make him work.
And that's fine because GP2 will hit the bench after his 20 minutes of game time and be perfectly fine. But Fox will be playing his 40 to 45. And if you can make life a living hell in those 20 minutes on Fox, it will wear him down. So I think GP2, if he hits a couple shots, forces some turnovers, he can make a difference on any of these games.
My X factor for the Warriors would be Jordan Poole.
That's what I was
it's
gonna
also a
say.
good
I don't
Jordan
think
Poole.
this is a defensive series
Not at all.
where the defenders are that important.
No.
I don't think anyone's really stopping anyone. So it really comes down to who's going to score more points. And if the Warriors want to score a lot of points, Jordan Poole has to be phenomenal.
Fair.
I'm actually going to look now
Completely agree
to
with
see
you.
if like any of the lines are out for the games. I want to
Probably
see I want to see the over.
That's why
238.5.
that's why I
It
have
has to be,
Malik
like,
Monk
240.
as my
Yeah,
I
X
get it.
factor for the
There's
Kings.
really
I
no
think
defenders on the Kings.
I think both teams, we know their starting lineups are going to be really damn good for the most part. The Warriors with Wiggins back.
I fucking called that shit, bro. That's crazy.
The Warriors with Wiggins back, that starting five with Steph, Clay, Wiggs, Draymond, and Looney is one of the best fives, if not
Yes.
the best five in basketball.
Yep.
So we know we're getting out of both
And
teams
it's the most
starting fives.
experienced starting five in
Yeah,
basketball,
so,
too.
yeah.
So.
I think Jordan Poole,
One
it's
of
going to be a bat. Honestly, that could really determine the series. Who plays better between Jordan Poole and Malik Monk? And I know Jordan Poole is making more of a bag. Like, you would think of Jordan Poole as the better player easily, but Malik Monk could easily outplay him for a series.
Klay Thompson's another guy. So
I think we
mean,
know
it's
what we're going to
simple,
get from
obviously.
Clay. Clay's going to show up. Clay's been great this season. So.
Don't let it get once game 6 happens, man. It's
yeah.
a wrap.
Yeah, it's going to suck when they lose in 6 to the Kings. When he's
But-
going to show up, he's going to drop 50,000 points, but De'Aaron Fox is going to have 50,001.
All right. And then the last series in the Western Conference. This honestly makes me fucking depressed, man. Because of course the Clippers had to draw the
I'm
fucking
so happy
The
that
Phoenix
shit
Suns.
end of the
I'm,
stick.
I'm so happy that
Just
this
like
is the
me,
series.
I'm drawing right now.
All right. The 4-seeded Phoenix Suns, the 5-seeded Los Angeles Clippers. Clippers in 4. Suns in 6.
I'm taking the Suns in 5.
Suns in 5.
Suns in 5.
Sorry to the Clippers, man.
Yeah. X Factor is not Paul George not playing.
If
That's
Paul
the
George,
X Factor.
I mean, for the Clippers, he is the X factor, obviously.
And he's
Yeah.
not playing.
Yeah.
I think that's
If-
the series
if
right
he
there.
doesn't play, your X factor,
done.
I guess, is Norman Powell. But
Which reverts back to my X Factor of not having Paul George in the series.
exactly. But my X factor for the Suns, if you even really need one, I think it's Josh Okogie. Can he? What can he do? How difficult can he make it on Kawhi? Because he'll probably get the Kawhi assignment. So I don't know. It fucking sucks, man. There's not really much to say about this. The
No,
Suns
it's
feel
not.
inevitable.
I know. I don't like it.
Thanos.
My
They-
X factor
that's what
for
I'm
the
saying.
Suns is DeAndre Ayton.
hmm
The Suns are obviously a heavy pick and roll team getting into that mid range area, and the Clippers, Ty Lue's first adjustment always is go small. That's especially against a team like the Suns, who is going to require so much switching. off of ball screens. The Clippers, Zubac obviously can't really switch. Plumlee's a little bit better in that regard, but he's not really good. The
Nope.
Clippers are going to go. Ty Lue always that's his favorite adjustment, go small. So the Clippers are going to go small for a large part of the series. So I think it's not just on DeAndre Ayton, but it's also on his teammates and his coaches to get him involved. He needs to be a difference maker to show them you can't play small against me. I think that's the Suns' X factor all playoffs long.
Agreed. Definitely agree with that one.
Agreed.
All right.
Because teams are going to be so focused on KD and Book that they're going to do everything they can to stop them, which for most teams is going to be go small.
Okay, so now that we're done with the Western Conference, what we have to let these people know, what is one player that we're buying stock in the Western Conference playoffs right now?
Mine, interestingly enough, I've been so hard on this guy, especially this year, but it's who I just said, DeAndre Ayton. I expect what I said I expect him to do it. I expect teams' answer to the Suns is to be go small against them. And I expect DeAndre Ayton to make teams punish for that. I think he has a lot to prove these playoffs. And I've seen DeAndre Ayton in playoff games when teams go small against him, against the Clippers in the conference finals.
Yep.
He had games where he made them pay. So
Yep.
I think he could do it consistently in this playoff run. So that's my guy from the West I'm buying stock in.
I expect bubble Anthony Davis to come back. It's that simple. He's going to go crazy against the Grizzlies, and I think I know we're not doing predictions for the whole playoffs, but I do think the Lakers are going to the finals. So I think Anthony Davis has to show up if they're going to do that.
That's
So,
crazy.
I think they're going to get to the conference finals.
I don't want to
I don't know about the finals yet.
I
But
don't want to get repetitive and say Austin Reeves, so I'm not going to say Austin Reeves, even though
I mean, you can. I mean,
you
buying
can.
stock is
No.
probably going to be one of your X factors.
it's not.
Yeah, I would assume so.
You know,
Mine is.
I think
he's
he's-
not really.
yeah.
But
I have them losing in the first round, but I think he's going to have a big series. It's a rookie, and his name is Keegan Murray. I think I'm buying a lot of Keegan Murray stock. I think this is a series where he could show up and pretty much announce himself to the world pretty much that he's a very, very, very good basketball player.
I think he's already
on a
done
wide
that. Yeah.
stage. So
My X factor actually is one of his teammates. I think in order to beat the Golden State Warriors, which I have the Kings obviously doing, you need to be special. And I think Domantas Sabonis needs to, because we already mentioned De'Aaron Fox. So let me show some love to Mr. Sabonis down
love
there.
that.
I think his ability to create a shot and control the glass, I think that's going to play a big role in this series, is controlling the offensive and defensive glass, and Sabonis does that well.
It's a good pick.
solid.
Passing is fucking incredible too.
Yeah, I
man.
haven't mentioned the playmaking.
So
Yeah.
before
Fucking
we
he could have a triple double for the series if he wants to.
before the playoffs start, who do you guys have winning the Western Conference?
Phoenix.
It's pretty hard not to see.
It wasn't.
It is hard.
It wasn't really a hard decision.
I just don't want to say Phoenix.
The more I think
The
about it,
Sacramento Kings.
the more I hear it, the less I like it. It's Phoenix.
I know.
Give me the Memphis Grizzlies. I'm just not gonna say
Oh.
Phoenix. Yeah.
All right,
Inside my
fuck it
city.
then. I'm taking the
Mhm.
Lakers.
Give me the Phoenix Suns. Barring injury, give me the Phoenix Suns.
Yeah, it's probably gonna be the Suns.
Yeah,
Oh.
we all know
I
the
hope
answer,
not.
but
Yeah.
let's go.
We don't wanna
Grizzlies.
say it. Let's go Lakers.
Inside my city. Yeah.
If I'm not picking the Suns, I'm picking the Nuggets, I guess.
All right.
What a bad take.
That's a terrible pick. The
All
one
right, y'all
seed.
can hate on them, man. Go
They're
ahead.
gonna lose to the Timberwolves.
Or the Thunder.
All right. Well, Sammy thinks so.
You're gonna lose to bro. Imagine Sun. No, what was it?
Son.
No, it was the House Sun Kings. Imagine how good that team would be now,
oh
bro.
my
Yes.
God.
With Dragon, they had Dragon Bender. And now look at them,
Mm.
Kevin Durant.
To go
Wow.
from Dragon Bender to Kevin Durant is fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Um,
The upgrade.
but anyways, all right, we'll move over to the East. The 1-8. I had the Heat winning, playing against the Bucks.
Me too.
Bucks sweep them 4 games.
I agree. I also have the Heat, and I say, you know what? I'm gonna say Bucks in 5.
That's what I'm saying. Bucks in 5.
I have them against the Bulls. Bucks in 5.
If they play the Bulls, I'm going Bucks in 4.
I don't know.
sweep
I
either way.
feel like either way, it's gonna go to 5. I think it's gonna be a gentleman's sweep.
think it's a sweep either way. There's not much to talk about there. We're not giving an
No.
X factor for that.
I mean,
two,
if the Bulls make it, the Bulls do play. I feel like the Bulls could play them well. I feel like the Bulls always play good teams well.
I agree, but I still don't think there's a shot they'd upset them unless there's an injury.
No,
They got
I'm saying there's one. I'm saying one
One shot
game.
they can win
Oh.
a game.
Yeah.
They got swept last season.
I think
right?
they could.
No, they took
Oh,
the
they
game.
They
took
took
a
a
game.
game at
They took
home.
a game.
I think they could
They
win a game.
played
at home.
them
Wasn't
well
it
in
an
that
That's what I'm
incredibly
saying. It
ugly
was-
game? That was like
Yeah.
a really ugly game. That
Yeah,
they
but
won,
it
right?
was a hard fought
Both
series.
won like game 3 or one of those, either game 3 or game 2. But those first 3 games of the season, we played them really well.
Mhm.
Game 1, we had a shot to win. We sold down the stretch.
I remember that's right.
Yes, I do remember that. All right, so the 2-7. I feel like this is another series that I hate to just say 2 sweeps, but I'm gonna say 2 sweeps. Celtics, Hawks. I have the Celtics in 4.
I have the Celtics in 4. My first. I think my only sweep. I think this is the only sweep.
I'm taking the Celtics in 6.
That's what I was thinking.
I think Trae Young. I think the Celtics are going to play with their food a little bit
Yeah.
here.
I wouldn't be surprised if the Hawks just get hot and take 2
I-
games from them.
I
don't
think
know.
that's it though.
They
I think
have-
they have no chance to take them 7 and no
No.
chance to beat them.
They don't.
But I think they could take them
I
6.
feel like if the series was 3-2, the Celtics would just turn the fuck
Yeah.
up in game
Mhm.
Yeah.
6, like,
Yeah.
and go nuts.
Yeah.
Like Tatum will have a 40 piece and they'll win by like 20.
I really do think the Hawks could take 2 games from them.
I don't know. I got Celtics in 4.
Mhm.
They have the personnel to just ruin the fucking Hawks.
Oh no, they do.
So yeah, they have the personnel to ruin any team. If I'm being honest,
Yeah.
they're arguably the most complete team in basketball. All right, 3-6. The East is very easy.
It is.
The East is very easy. I think personally, this series has more upset potential than people are giving them credit for.
This
I-
is my one sweep that I'm gonna have.
I don't
Really,
have a sweep.
I don't think
Yeah.
this is going to be. I'm actually very worried because I had the Sixers coming out of the East personally.
The 3-seeded
Same.
Sixers, the 6-seeded Nets.
I have the Sixers winning in 6.
I agree. Have the exact
And
same thing.
I'm very worried about the Brooklyn Nets running down the Philadelphia 76ers for them to have to face a well-rested Brooklyn. Brooklyn. No,
It would
already
be the
beat
Bucks.
Brooklyn.
No. It would be
the Celtics.
the Celtics. Yeah, well
That
rested.
would have a well-rested
Oh,
Celtics
yeah.
team.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I'm worried about. It kind of reminds me of the Knicks when we lost. We beat the Celtics in what? Was
Yeah.
it 6?
Yes.
And then we lost to the Pacers in 5 because we were tired. Because Rasheed Wallace had to wear all black for the funeral of the Celtics.
Sorry, Nets, but
I think they can match up well against
I'm
them.
going to take Sixers in 6, and honestly, I'm not happy about it. I wanted to take the Nets so bad, bro. I really, really, really do. I think the Nets could beat them, bro.
I do too, bro.
I really,
I don't
really.
know why I'm feeling that
Quick
way.
connection, bud?
It's done that a
There's-
couple times.
There's nothing I could really do about it.
I agree
So do it.
100%.
take them.
I'm not because I have the Sixers in 6. But I think there's potential here for an upset. Like, I don't think it's gonna happen, but I could see it happening.
So like, you don't think this is the series that has the least amount? I think this is the
Not
chance-
even remotely close.
Really?
no.
What series do you think has less of a chance of being an upset? Like out of the whole playoffs?
Bucks, whoever the fuck they play in the first round.
Is that it?
Celtics, Hawks,
The Nuggets and whoever they play.
Nuggets, and whoever they play.
Thunder in 7.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
Yes. Like what? Put some respect on fucking Mikal Bridges' name, man. I'm done.
No.
I just think
Mikal Bridges is good, but
Spencer Din
don't
Shitty
think
is
that-
about to go crazy.
I really
Din
don't think they
Shitty's
have a
wild.
chance, bro.
Spencer Din Shitty's about to go nuts.
I don't know, man. I just
Joel
think
Embiid's the MVP.
Okay.
He's going crazy.
Your point.
That-
MVPs
that is my point.
I just think I don't know. I've seen the Sixers collapse, and I know this is a very different Sixers team, but I've seen both of these dudes not show up in the playoffs, and I think the Nets are one of those teams that if you take them lightly, they're gonna make you pay. I've seen Joel Embiid and the Sixers take teams lightly
Yep.
that they shouldn't. So I don't
have
know,
you
man.
get the brakes beat off you by the Heat.
The Nets have so many guys who could beat you too, man. It's not just Mikal.
It's not.
Dinwiddie is, as
Averaging 8
hot of a
points.
name as he is right now to shit on him. Dinwiddie could fucking give you buckets in a playoff series. If
Cam
he gets like
Johnson.
Cam Johnson. Dorian Finney-Smith could get hot from 3.
Nick Claxton could
Offense, yeah.
Mhm.
Hell yeah, you can. Not to mention, if Cam Thomas does play in the series, we've seen that Cam Thomas can go nuclear.
Yeah. They're a really cool young team, which
Yeah.
is really cool to see after what the hell transpired with
I
this
agree.
poor organization.
I
I
agree.
wish Ben Simmons was playing.
Yeah, me too.
That would have been
Bro.
fucking amazing. Even though he would have like choked bad, I already know it would have happened.
That would have went to Philly.
Yeah,
You wouldn't have went with
The Sixers probably will win convincingly. I don't know.
I think that I hope they don't take them lightly. If the Sixers are coming into this series like, wow, we need to get out of this series as fast as possible because we need to play the Celtics next round.
Yeah, you got to get as much rest.
That's the mindset that you have to go into the series.
You can't fuck
you can't
around
take this
right
team
now.
lightly.
Um,
Obviously, they know that they're in the playoffs. I don't think anyone's taking anyone very lightly at this
Nah.
point.
move forward with that. Cavaliers, Knicks, 4-5. This is the big series for us as Knicks fans. Cavs in 6.
Fuck you, bro.
Betting against your own team is
Oh,
crazy.
who's- You're insane, bro.
On?
This kid hates the Knicks. He's not a Knicks fan.
I'm not betting.
I say this every time we talk about the Knicks. He does not. He doesn't like the Knicks.
First of all, I'm making a parlay for the first round and
No.
picking every team that I think is going to win the series. You know what fucking series I'm leaving blank? The fucking Knicks series.
Well-
Because I'm not betting on the fucking Cavs because
Well,
I
no.
don't
not-
want them to win.
I'm not betting on the Knicks either.
But I'm
I
not betting
didn't.
on the
I didn't
Knicks.
want to bet on the Knicks in the playoffs.
I'm not betting.
I don't
I'm
want
not
to.
betting
I don't want to
on
mix
any
my Knicks fandom in the playoffs with betting.
That involves the Knicks.
I already decided I'm not doing that. So I'm
No.
betting on all the other series. That's
Yeah.
not because I don't think the Knicks are going to win. I do. I have the Knicks in 6. I just don't want to bet on them in the playoffs.
I agree with Knicks in 6.
Yeah,
I think it's a toss-up.
It is.
This
Yeah.
series is literally
I
a toss-up
really-
in my
It is.
eyes.
really don't. I really think we're about to get outclassed by the Cavaliers. Like severely outclassed by the Cavs. Honest to God.
Okay, when we take game 1, don't come saying, "Wow."
What is it?
I don't
What
know
did
if we're gonna take
O'Sleazy
game
say?
one, but-
Cavs in 5?
Yeah.
I said Cavs in 5. Yeah,
I agree with O'Sweezy. Cavs in 5, boy.
And it doesn't help that we're walking in hobbled.
we are walking in hobbled.
So yeah.
If there's any updates on Julius Randle,
It's a rough situation. It's not going to make life easier when Julius Randle is finally returning from injury, and the first guy that you have to face in a fucking series is Evan Mobley. So, I don't know, man. I could see it going 5. I'd love to see it, but I don't see a pathway for the Knicks to win. As crazy as that sounds. I think this series has less potential for the Knicks to beat the Cavs than the Nets to beat the
that's
Sixers.
fucking insane. That's actually
that's
crazy.
that. No, that is wild.
You're an idiot.
That's
You literally hate the Knicks. You hate them.
That's stupid.
It depends on RJ Barrett.
No, you hate the Knicks. He is the X factor, though.
He's the X factor.
Yes.
My X factor is Jericho Sims.
But for the Cavs, I really don't think there is an X factor. But it's Evan Mobley. It's Evan Mobley. What are we getting from Evan Mobley? Obviously, the defense will be there. Does he continue to show flashes on offense? That's everything for the Eastern Conference, pretty much. Sorry, Knicks. I love you guys. I really do hope you win. Trust me.
No,
my
you
water
don't.
bottle
So
is
serious.
empty.
You don't.
Eastern Conference, one player that we're buying stock in. Who do we
Well,
got?
I think that I picked the Sixers to make the finals. And if they make the finals, I think James Harden has to not really go back completely to his old ways of playing. Not old ways, but like just being that good of a player. I think he will step it up. He had a great season, but I think he's going to take it to another level. So hopefully he doesn't choke in the playoffs like he tends to. But yeah, going James Harden.
Buying stock in the player that I just said, Evan Mobley. I think they win the series against the Knicks, and then I think they push the Bucks and give them a lot more than people think they will.
It's the other way around, buddy.
What?
Knicks are beating the Bucks.
Okay. All you, Ortiz.
My X. I don't know what I'm gonna take for my X factor. I have to think about it. Because I want to say
time to think
I know
about this.
because I want to say Jaylen Brown, but I once again have the Sixers beating them in my warped mind.
Well, look, I had Keegan Murray losing in the first round and picked him as a player I'm buying stock in. It doesn't have to be a guy that's going deep. Who's just who do you think is going to perform incredibly well in the playoffs?
I think Jaylen Brown will. I think Jaylen Brown needs to step up if they want to have a shot at going back to the finals. Jaylen Brown needs to play like he has been all season, and actually take a step up and just play better.
Okay.
Yeah, just fuck it. Playoff.
Fuck it.
Fuck it.
Got it.
My player I'm buying stock in is actually another Celtic. I'm taking Robert Williams. I think he's getting healthy at the right time, and I think he just brings a different dynamic to that Celtics defense that they definitely miss when he's not there. So I feel like people forget how good Robert Williams is because he tends to get injured. So
Please stay healthy, Rob.
Yeah,
Because
I
if
think-
you do, that team
I think
is,
he's gonna have a big playoffs, man.
team is borderline unbeatable. I'm
Just
gonna be honest
doing what
with
he
you,
does,
Celtic.
man. He knows how he plays his role great.
Yes.
He's not a
I agree.
superstar by any stretch of the means, but I think he's gonna have a impact. He's gonna have to impact these games if they want to go back to the finals. He's gonna have to be great.
Finals pick from the Eastern Conference. Trunks, you said yours. Sixers. You just said
Sixers.
Celtics.
I still have the Sixers.
I've had the Bucks since the Nets trade, and I'm gonna just stick with it. I'm
Fair.
taking the Bucks.
Fair. I'm staying with the Sixers
But
because I had them all
I'm
season.
this is probably the most I've leaned Celtics, honestly, since that happened. I'm so bought in on the Celtics being back in the finals, but it's difficult to do that 2 years in a row.
Mhm.
So I'm gonna take the Bucks.
Imagine we get a Lakers Celtics finals.
No.
That'd be cool.
I'm gonna be honest. I don't want to see. I don't know if I want. Well, look, if the Lakers are in the finals, it means something went right. So,
Oh,
Well, obviously.
that would
But-
make sense.
but no. But that's what I'm saying. Like,
Good
it's the,
point,
it's the
you
best.
know?
Three
Yeah,
things
but it's-
went right.
but it's
I
the
didn't
Great
think of it
analysis.
like
Okay,
that.
all right. But it's the best Lakers. It's gonna be like the Lakers looking at their fucking firing on all cylinders. That'll be a very good. Like that'll be a scary team to watch. But
Yeah.
this current,
Yeah.
I'm talking
Thank
about
you.
like I didn't want to see it like with
The
this
Lakers
current
play better
Lakers
basketball
team,
than every other team. They'll make it.
but
Good take.
but if they're in the finals, clearly that means everything went
Yeah.
right.
Clearly, they
would-
played better. They played a better series than the other teams they
The
played.
math does check out.
Uh-huh.
So, but yeah.
Good take.
All right, that's our first round predictions.
That took a while.
That did take a while. I need to leave.
Oh yeah, you have work.
Yeah.
All right. So we did all that. All right. Do we have anything else that we'd want to jump into? Or
I mean,
We have to do.
do we?
Do
Do
it.
you have time?
Fuck it. Do
Okay.
it.
You want to do your blind ranking that you have?
I need to pull it up.
Alright.
I thought you had something.
Yeah.
Well, I do. But
Do
Okay.
it.
yeah, do your thing, and then we'll
let me
do
pull it up.
one of those, and then might have to get the fuck out of here for Ortiz.
All right. Blind rank these NBA 2K games.
Without knowing
First
which
up.
one comes next.
Blind rank these NBA 2K games with
Oh
2K
my God.
games. Come on.
blind rank these NBA 2K games without knowing which one comes next.
There you
Good.
go.
Thank you. The first one up is NBA 2K19.
I'm gonna be honest. I recall nothing.
The one with Giannis on the cover.
Yeah.
I'm
I'm
gonna go
putting that
with
at 5.
4. That's the one that.
Oh, no, five.
That's the
We
one
can't put
that
five.
you were playing my team, and that got me into my team. You with the Pink Diamond Clyde Drexler, bro. I remember.
My team
I
was filthy.
Remember I got into that game, and then I smoked you
Yes.
because I was a cheeser, and then you
Yes.
stopped playing because
Yes.
Was that when I beat you when I had Sapphire Pau Gasol?
No, I don't think so. It was
Sapphire
that
Pau
game.
Gasol was a legend, bro.
We all played that my team for a little bit. That's why I'm gonna give that 4. It
I'm-
wasn't a great game, but it wasn't a. That was my team where I first started trying to go 12-0. I sweated that whole summer before the next 2K came out. I sweated that my team OD.
I'll never forget how good.
That
you
was
were
the
at
first. That was the first Tito
game.
Turkoglu.
Fucking
Uh-huh.
crazy.
That was Danny Granger when he first got really good in 2K my team.
Yeah,
Like,
you
that
were a
was
sweat that year.
Yeah.
yeah, I liked that game. That was with the that was with the base 11. So like Danny
Yeah,
Granger,
base.
Antoine Jameson, fucking
Yeah.
Tito
Base 11,
Turkoglu.
Base
man.
11
the greatest jumper in 2K history.
ever.
All
I'll
right.
give it a 4.
Next up, NBA 2K15.
Oh my God. You know what?
I'm
It has to be 2.
two.
There's maybe
2K11 has to be on this list.
There's
Yeah, I'm giving
maybe
it 2.
2 games that top that.
I'm giving it 2.
I'm gonna give it 2.
I think 2 is fair. 2 is very fair for
Oh, I
15.
want to put it 1, bro.
There's gonna be a better game. I'm telling you. I'm telling you for a
All
fact.
right,
there's gonna
put
be
it
a
at 2.
NBA 2K17.
3.
Yeah. we're gonna-
Slots in
I
right,
didn't hate 17.
but 15's better.
15's better.
Did we do 5 yet?
Is it better than
No,
19? It's better
but
than
it's
19.
better than
Better than
19.
So it's
So 3.
3.
Yeah, I guess.
Three's fine.
There
Yeah.
has to be a really bad one in here.
NBA 2K20.
That'll go
There
at
it is.
5.
That's
Five.
5.
And
the last
2K11.
one. 2K16.
I'll put that one.
I'm
I'm
okay
fine
with
with
that being
16
perfect.
over 15.
I'm definitely
That was a
okay
good
with
list.
that being
That was a
That was the first
That was
ever
nice.
blind ranking we've done without knowing which one comes next.
and
I
feeling so okay
feel
with
good
it.
in it.
Yeah, so the
Yeah.
list is at 5, 2K20, at 4, 2K19, at 3, 2K17, at 2, 2K15, and at 1, 2K16.
I'm
Okay,
very
realize
fine
something,
with that
2K.
list.
Your games got worse.
Yes, they did.
Good
Indeed.
observation.
So, yeah. Go back to the 15 ways, man. Please.
No, 15 was that's
was
that's when you
sick.
get demigods. That's when you
Wait. Was 16 inside outside balanced?
Yeah.
Yes.
16 was fucking
16 was awesome, bro. 16
amazing.
was awesome.
17 was the first one with the
Archetypes.
Yeah.
Yeah. 17. Yeah, 17.
17 was a good game too. I like
17 was solid. I like the archetypes.
that was the most
That's
2K
like the-
I ever played.
Yeah, that was like the second best.
That's when I
2K
hit
game.
fucking Superstar 3 on that game.
I'll never
Like I
forget.
played that. That was D2K God the year that I
Yeah.
played with him.
Yes. 2K16
I hit
was fire,
Superstar 2 that, yeah.
Me and Ortiz would fucking go to school, come home from school, and play that shit until 3 in the morning every fucking night. We'd
Was-
run 2s or 3s.
man. Oh, that was 17.
Yeah. Or we
Yo.
played a lot of Pro Am
played a
too.
lot
The
of
5
Pro
I
Am.
remember
Yeah.
like 2K16. We used to when you and I ran 2s, bro. We'd fucking kill
Yeah, now we fuck
everybody, bro.
everybody.
I remember
But
2K
I'd use my sharpshooter with you.
Yes.
I never used my
2K17.
I
there
didn't even
was-
have a big, bro. I had a 6'10" fucking forward that
Mhm.
was shooting the shit out the ball.
Mhm.
2K17, there was like a month stretch where the 3 of us ran 3s, and you guys brought out your glass cleaners, and I brought out my stretch big,
Yes,
and
bro.
we
It
used to
was
fucking never
We used
lose
to
on
fucking
3s, bro.
demolish
Yeah.
everybody, bro.
Bro, I'm
2K17 was a damn
Bro,
good game.
because
I
for
love
whatever
that
reason,
game.
my fucking center had like 75 speed and like 75
That game
lateral
was-
quickness, and I'd lock up everybody, bro.
bro,
It was sick.
my center in that game was for some reason
You
the
were
greatest
7'3", I
center.
think.
Yeah, I was
And I was
7'3", and I
7
was
foot,
the
yeah.
greatest center of all time
Bro.
when it came to
I
scoring.
loved, bro. I had every build on that game. I had like fucking 10 guys on that game, bro. Remember the first guy I made on that game was my 6-foot point guard that was lefty, and we used to play Pro Am, and I wouldn't score. I'd get like
Yes,
20 assists a game.
Yes, bro. Those are the days. I remember.
We'd play with
remember
Hell,
that
bro.
post
It would be
Scorer, bro.
I had a post scorer, I had a glass cleaner, I had a stretch big. Remember our slashers? We used to
Yeah.
play 1-on-1 in the my court, and I stepped over you.
Yeah, no,
That was really
crazy.
bad.
He got the animation.
It really sucked, man.
That
This year
game
I-
was lit. That
this
was
year I
like
made
the
a wing.
last like really, really good one.
You know
Yeah.
what? If we get back on 2K next year's game, I'm going back to.
I was just telling him yesterday, I'm like kind of fiending to play
I'm
2K. bro.
dying to play it, bro. Dying. But I have a wing, and I kind of miss being a big. I'm not gonna lie. And I hated being a big for so long, but like I miss it.
It sucks that I was always better than you.
That's just so.
I was
not
a
true.
better big
I'm
man
like,
than you. At my peak, I was a better big man than you. Without a doubt in my mind.
man. No, stop it.
Without a doubt in my mind.
Stop it. Prime me was dropping 20 and 25 every fucking game, almost
I
consistently.
just remember when Trunks and
I
Joe
never
Held
used my
used
center
to
in part. I know,
go for 30 a game.
You only
We
had
used
one
to
build.
fucking be so good at Pro Am, bro. I didn't have to do shit because they just shoot so many threes. It was lit.
And anytime you guys like missed a shot, I literally would grab every board. It was so sick. I remember those days, man. Oh, I
Those were the
miss being-
days.
Once I made my
fucking big
6'7"
man.
point guard in that game, that's when we stopped losing on Pro Am, bro.
Yeah.
My 6'7" point guard was so him. Once I learned how to momentum behind the back, bro, it was clipped.
Bro, there were years where we were actually really fucking good.
I have one clip on that game. I was playing 2s with Ortiz, and I split a pick and roll, and I hit the momentum behind the back right into the Jamal Crawford layup, and it was so fucking disgusting.
Bro,
It's
and
my best 2K
and
clip.
I was standing there just like this.
Yeah.
holding my
With
nuts.
Alonzo, that was when you made your guy look like Lonzo Ball.
Yeah, bro.
So you were 7 foot, but you looked like Lonzo Ball.
I built Zion in the game after that, bro. That
I
was
had my
fucking
back
fun, bro.
tattoo in that game, the
Yeah.
spider back
Uh-huh.
tattoo, and I was wearing OKC shorts. That
Um,
was my fit.
I remember when we first got to go shirtless, bro. I splurged so much VC on tattoos. I bought Lakers shorts because I was Lonzo Ball. I had shoes to
Now
match,
I'm
bro. It was
sad.
crazy.
No,
I
I'm
loved
sad.
that game, bro.
I
2K17.
miss the days of going home and just wanted to play.
Remember
2K
when
all
the,
day,
the
man.
servers for 17 shut down a few
And we
years ago?
wanna
We hopped on. We hopped on 2K17. We were playing Park. It was bro. It was such a good time.
I miss the days, man.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
Love you, 2K. Get a good game again, please.
Yeah, please, 2K.
Please.
Blind rank these NBA players based on their stats. I've been waiting to do that. Player A averaged 27.8 points per game. Player B averaged 26.6. Player A averaged 4.5 rebounds per game. Player B averaged 6.9. Player A averaged 5.5 assists per game. Player B averaged 3.5 assists per game. Player A shot 49.4% from the field. Player B shot 49.1. Player A shot 35.1% from three. And player B shot 33.5% from three. This is a close one.
Yeah.
This is a close one. Wow.
I'm gonna go player A.
I think I'm also gonna go player A just because 33.5% from three is very low. So I'd rather take 35.1. So player A.
This is actually really fucking hard.
This is
and I'm
really hard.
trying so hard to figure out what players these are, but I'm taking player A.
Player A was Devin Booker. Player B was Jaylen Brown.
Fuck, bro. I
Let's
hate
go.
Nice.
him. I'm actually upset now.
Why?
I don't like Devin Booker.
Why not?
Do
Explain.
you want to do that draft, Ortiz, or you gotta go?
Nah.
We'll save that for
It's-
another time.
it's-
Yeah.
That's something we could do for another episode.
Yeah.
All right.
Let's go Bulls.
Let's go Knicks.
They're not playing.
They're playing tomorrow.
Oh yeah, they are. I forgot about that. Let's go.
Real good Nick fan.
Yeah, you're fucking awesome.
Well, just
You're a fucking awesome.
You're-
Damn right.
you're a fucking.
Now outro so I can go to work in 85-degree weather. It's 87.
Keep an eye out. Maybe emergency podcasts happen at some point during the playoffs. So just be aware of that. Anyways, thank
I'll
you
do one
guys.
Saturday night.
I would potentially do one after the first game of
late,
playoffs too.
late though, because I have work Saturday night, and the games won't be over till late anyway.
If I get, I should be out of work by then.
Yeah, we'll definitely figure something out if anything. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. If you stuck around for the whole thing, really do appreciate you. Be sure to leave a like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Follow us on all of our socials in that description below. And with that,
Ballgame, 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 ballgame,
This
ballgame,
was
ballgame,
BallGame.
ballgame, ballgame,